Okay. This just hit the fan. This just hit the fan. And now I know people can hear me. Because I just saw all of this. I just got this going right now. I'm going to turn the gain down because it's ridiculously loud too. Okay, there we go. We're on. Chat. Shit just hit the fan. This is a really big tornadic rotation right here. So is this. I got a freaking... I think this is the link. I'm just blindly pulling this up. Of course it's not. What is this link? God. Oh, it's come on. Flash flood warning. I'm not going to bother with that at this moment. I just gotta... I need to keep an eye on this. I don't have time for this. I'm gonna pull that up. I literally just impulse went live. Morgan cursed, oh my god. Yeah, whatever. Yeah. I never like to self-promote, but please get this across the weather community if you can. I don't know who else is live right now in terms of the weather community, but I'm just gonna cover the absolute crap out of this until whatever this is over. But y'all, just please share this. This is ridiculous. This just completely broke on us. So I'm gonna cover all of this. This has gotta be a tornado right now, you'd think. And not to mention it has 3-inch hail. So here we are. And I'm going to inform my social platforms that I'm online because I think I know a few people here. Watch me lose my shit. Link. Whirlwind Wire 54. So this and attach. I don't have time to really do much other than look at this. I gotta keep an eye on this. This just got all sorts of messed up. Today should have been yesterday. I agree. I'm not looking at chat. I apologize. I just tried to get all of this up in as quick of a manner as possible. If you're in the Discord server, I was on voice chat. And I literally just said, should I go live? And I got all sorts of yeses. So here I am. Atkinson's probably messed up at this moment in time. I need to get a new frame. This is 2 minutes old. We also have what could end up going tornadic soon. Flash flood warning for Lincoln, Logan, Custer. Up to 4 inches. Jeez. Train weather spotters reported flooding over the roadway 4 miles south of Arnold. Flooding also reported in Arnold. Up to 2 inches of rain have already fallen. I can't. The threat is the tornadoes, and that's it. Wall cloud on the Nebraska-Kansas border. If you're actually being legit, I'm going to scream. Where? That's not... You know, I hate how stupid I am sometimes. That's not frickin' Kansas. Nebraska, Kansas. Where would it be? Good sir. I see nothing. This is getting its act together again. It's recycling. Nate said the second view were boring, so the storms were like, okay, if you think we're boring, I'll show you this. Yeah, exactly. So a lot of warnings just went down, but we still have the tornadoes, and that's really the main threat at this moment in time. I'm actually going to take a look with radar scope at the Minnesota warning. What is up with this? Yeah, there's some weak rotation there. Really nothing that is worth looking at for a very long amount of time. This looks interesting. Big gusty wind threat. I'm sorry I seem kind of flustered. Nebraska-Missouri border. Thank you. Much more helpful. Nebraska, Missouri. I still don't know about that. This could be a couplet down here as well, and you still have the main couplet up here. Weather spotters confirm tornado, of course. Of course. I'm gonna make a few of you guys mod, because I don't really have time to look at chat. I've been meaning to make a few guys mods anyway, so... There. So I just added a couple mods there. Please monitor chat, because I really can't look. This has got to be PDS, ladies and gents. There's no way that there isn't something going on with this that's either tornadic or worse. Let's see what we got here. Radar indicated rotation. Oh my gosh. Okay. Not to mention, ladies and gents, I really can't, I think that's de-aliasing, and thank God, because if it isn't, I'm actually, yeah, it's de-aliasing, I think. I hope. Is this tornado possible? No. Okay. This was tornado possible. Yeah, it started off tornado possible. I think I just saw Andrew. This is a PDS situation? Get underground in Atkinson, actually? No, not yet. I'm just gonna... Something sounds like a freaking tornado siren outside my house. Not appreciated. Whatever car that is on the highway, not appreciated. Oh, Jesus. Crap. Close Skype. I don't know why I had it open in the first place. Stop snapping me. But yeah, people, if you can spread this, please spread the word. If you know people in this tornado-warned area, tell them to take their precautions. Or if you know anyone in the weather community, I don't know who's streaming right now. I don't even know if David is streaming. But regardless, what in the heck just happened? I'm actually going to, Nate, would you be interested in joining me on a voice call real quick? Because this just hit the fan. So, please either send me a DM or whatever, because quite honestly... Okay, this is connected, which is fantastic, but quite honestly, wish I was in the Blue Wrench Club. You'll probably be the next to get it. AFN confirms PDS tornado. Great. So... David is live, figured. Did capping break? Did it break? Oh, it broke alright. Someone just took an axe, like I mentioned in Discord. Think of the cap as a window. Someone just took an axe and threw it through the frickin' window. Is this PDS yet? It doesn't say it's PDS yet. Okay, can we, like, get something about that, please? We keep getting severe thunderstorm warnings. This deserved a 10% SIG. Today deserved a 10% SIG for later today. Large phone cloud in north Nebraska. Figures. This probably. Can people stop snapping me? Jesus. This is ridiculous. Oh my god. Who wants my attention? I don't have time for this. I don't have this chat freaking muted. Oh my god. Incoming call from Nathan Snyder. What's up? I'm okay, so now we're on
the sideline.
So now we're now you're freaking on the actual thing, on the actual stream, because I had game audio muted. So this is gonna be another thing where I'm gonna need like 2 sets of eyes. So thank you for tuning in. I really do appreciate that. What do you think about that thing in Atkinson? Is it confirmed yet or not?
I see a lot of gusting out in front of that. I honestly do. Now, granted, it's looking relatively high up in the atmosphere, but it's 8,000 feet up in the sky. People don't realize that. It's literally looking up so high, and people don't even realize that the surface is literally slower than it is right there. And people are making it out look as if this thing is a giant-ass tornado. People, I'm telling you.
Could be an inflow notch there, too.
I literally took like 5-10 minutes to try and convince people, because I don't think you would even know how many pings I've gotten from Discord. Literally, I got 17 from 10 different people. 10 different people.
That inflow notch is not great.
Yeah, exactly.
I literally just made the split-second decision to stream because I was in VC with everyone else, and I said, should I go live? So I went live. Crap. Damn it.
Now, the inflow notch does go up to 15,000 feet, but other than that, it's nothing really too special.
Mm-hmm.
And the de-aliasing is unreal in and around that area. As a matter of fact, it doesn't give an accurate description as to what's happening on the ground. There could be a wall cloud there. I will not disagree with that idea. All right? But the spectrum width is so messy, and the updraft characteristics is not even present. Not even for a tornadic updraft. Which is the reason why I'm kind of saying it's not as big as everyone says it is. And I've been trying to convince people, but it's unfortunate that you have a person who has over 200 people watching, and he's just like, giant tornadoes! And I'm just like, come on, dude. Use your visual cues, please. It's just infuriating. Really infuriating, because there actually are some decent people out there that can actually, like, for instance, yourself. You at least kind of middle ground this entire situation. All right?
Yeah, for the most part, yeah. That's why I was trying to do.
For the love of God.
I was literally on call with friends, and then I looked over and saw, oh, tornadic rotation and 5-inch hail. I should probably be talking to the people in the weather Discord. So... And chat, you're getting a live Nathan Snyder rant on David Schlotthauer, just so you know.
God, it's so stupid. There's an entire issue with other weather YouTubers. All right,
allow me to point out,
though, that you guys
have
not seen.
The virtually integrated liquid on most of these mental.
Oh, of course.
125.
Which
kilograms per meter squared. I'm looking at the warning for Rock and Brown counties. This is a severe warning.
Oh yeah. And that just further that further goes into, as much as I've said that this isn't as big as everyone says. If you're in a tornado warning, you should still take your precautions. This adds to all the more reason why you should, due to the fact that not only are you going to get absolutely excessive amounts of rain, as shown on the virtually integrated liquid, You're going to get the gusty winds as well. You're definitely going to get the hail. My goodness, there are some numbers in upwards of almost 4 inches in diameter.
I saw 5
And then you're going to
earlier.
possibly get the tornadic rotation in the back. Oh yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. But at the time, this is a side that you guys have not seen from me. All right, I've tried to keep this composure to where I try not to call out other YouTubers and other weather YouTubers. Everyone across the board, including myself. In which when I actually watch over the stream, watch over my streams, I get mad at myself. I absolutely hate it when weather YouTubers make it out to be worse than it already is. And the reason why I hate it I hate it for multiple reasons. All right. Number one is because there's somebody who's actually in that area. They don't need to hear that there's a giant ass tornado here and that they need more stress on top of the stress that they already have. All right. That's going to allow them to make poor decisions, and they're not going to be able to think things through. They're going to kind of go into a state of shock. And for the people who say, oh, not everyone goes into a state, I would love to tell you that I would hope that that's the case. But unfortunately, there's just been so many situations where people just go into that shock. Number two, if stuff that's not as big is happening on the ground, and you're making it out to be this giant tornado, your credibility immediately plummets. And the last thing that yourself, as a weather YouTuber, or the weather community needs, tells you how high you're looking. It's just the specific. And the one thing that I can use as an example for myself is the Tishomingo tornado emergency. The Tishomingo tornado emergency showed delta velocity values of around 170, stuff like that. It ended up going to a tornado emergency, but the stuff at the surface was around 100 to 110 miles per hour as an EF. And I didn't realize quick enough, the winds above the surface are a lot faster than the ones at the surface. And so, that was my fault for granted it had a tornado emergency, and I would probably do the exact same thing if there was an emergency. But if I knew better, or if I realized quick enough, by looking at the visual cue, tell people that, oh, this isn't as bad, but it still is pretty bad, And that's what I'm trying to imply to everyone. Right? This isn't going to go out and destroy people. It's not gonna kill people completely. It's not gonna be these giant fucking with immense delta velocities of 250 miles per hour. It's not what's gonna happen. There's gonna be these discrete cells that are weaker, but general areas to where tornadoes can form. You could stuff that isn't enough to do it. Or isn't. You could get some crossovers. You could get some to where, some displacement could create some sort of tornadic rotation, but it's not there. And you can kind of see how all the cells throughout the entire day have created a tornado warning, and then they've just gone. It's literally just one tornado warning, and then poof, gone. The quick little spin-ups of the supercell, they form, and then they die out when they try to recycle. And that's what I'm trying to get the point across the entire time, is that it isn't just this freaking giant catastrophic freaking day. It's not just that. It's even less than that. It's so stupid. So stupid. My God. It's just...
YouTube may have crashed again. I swear to God.
Not the worst thing in the world, but my God, it's just so stupid. It honestly is.
I just made this split-second decision to go live because it literally just shattered.
I mean, if I continue to stream afterwards, I had a gut feeling in my stomach. Said that nothing was really going to happen, but another part of me just wanted to watch anime. So I'm like, you know what? I'll use that as an excuse for now. But my God, it's just...
Yeah, chat, YouTube freaking died. On all of my devices, it died. So I apologize for that.
David's using the stuff that Thomas Schwent created for him on his YouTube,
Are you
um,
serious?
his live stream.
Are
Yeah.
you serious?
Follow
That's a joke.
Instagram, David
That's a joke.
Schlotthauer,
That's a
Patreon,
joke.
literally subscriber goal, what the time is currently. He's got his logo down at the bottom left-hand side.
That's a joke.
Dude, I'm gonna be so pumped when I actually have my thing set up. It'll be so cool for you all. So cool.
Oh
But-
my god. Landon says Nate clam down or calm down, excuse me. He said clam. But calm
I
down.
ain't calming down for shit. I ain't calming down for shit.
GR2 is also crashing on me.
Nothing. Nothing. The cell that has a severe thunderstorm warning. Did this have a tornado warning?
I think it
did.
did.
It used to have a tornado warning. It doesn't anymore. For guess what? Guess what? Guess what? You want to take a you want to take a guess why the cell near Atkinson doesn't have a tornado warning? And take a guess. The
Too
floor
high up,
is
too high
all
up in the sky.
fine because it is the velocities have pulled people to where everything is too high. And everything has happened with all of these storms, except for little brief spin-ups that have been on the ground for like what 1 minute, 2 minutes, something.
GR2 is actually like committing suicide on me. Like
Doesn't have done anything. And all of these things are kind of the thing. It's so stupid. It really is. I'm even working on my my scenes. I got a new scene up that I created. I realized that one thing on the scenes was actually kind of wrong, so I made it a little bit better. It looks pretty nice in my honest. I'll reveal that on a later date. It's just so stupid. Really stupid. And there's even people on David's stream right now. Oh, destruction. Oh, tornado. Oh, I'm like,
get lost.
bruh.
Get lost.
Did your computer just die or something like that?
It's really trying. It's really trying. I'm not gonna let it. It's really trying though. So good thing that I don't need to cover this for a long amount of time because my Wi-Fi is literally deciding to.
Oh, you
I'm
won't
not
need to
monetizing
after the
through
tornado
YouTube, so I
warning
can
dies.
say
But granted,
profanity.
there's gonna be some
YouTube's literally
instances
deciding
of-
to shit on my life.
There's gonna be some. Let's put it this way: there's probably gonna be more tornado warnings, but it's not gonna really do anything large. They're gonna produce these quick little spin-up tornadoes, and they're not gonna do a lot.
Chat. YouTube is literally dying on me, dying on the ground. So across all of my on my phone, on my moderation laptop, on this laptop, it's dying. I apologize. What I'm GR2 doesn't want to load either, but I'll wait. Not really much going on. Take a look.
Tell it to get off your lawn.
Jokes.
Bruh,
Bruh.
this
There it
tornado warning
is.
gonna
Back
expire.
on. Epic.
Everything across the board is
It's an
terrible.
old friend.
Everything across the board is terrible.
Gotta say though, we got 5-inch hail. Again, near Rose, so that's something to keep in mind.
I will say the one cell that might have a potential of possibly producing again is the one near Atkinson. That's the only one that I see could possibly have the potential for producing something. Everything else kind of bleh, in my honest opinion.
Mm-hmm.
If I were to check up in Minnesota, see what's up there.
The tornado
Heard there
warning
was-
that was up there is gone. It was a brief
Mhm.
little rotating theme, Bob.
I thought it got confirmed or something like that.
Severe warning in Mississippi, which is
Oh
interesting.
God!
Tornado possible
How
in
are we-
Mississippi.
How high in the atmosphere is this? 14,500
Seems legit.
feet.
Seems legit. Oh yeah,
Anyone want to take a guess what the delta velocity is up in this height? Anybody?
200. 200.
No, 113 knots. So that'd be around
130.
130 miles per hour.
Take a look at
give
the
or take.
Mississippi rotation. It actually doesn't look half bad. It is tornado. Look at the Mississippi severe warning. It is tornado possible.
I'll take a look at that with GR2. You can go back to Nebraska.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep an eye on that. So this warning does expire at 8 p.m. 8 p.m. Mountain,
Wait,
9 p.m. Central, 10 p.m. Eastern. I can't believe I just said 8 p.m.
8 minutes away.
So, again, there is a couplet here, but as Nate said, likely won't produce again just based on the pure...
Bruh. Literally a large bruh moment.
Just on the pure bruh moment of it.
The good news is that David hasn't actually
Reaper,
gained
what are you
a
talking
lot
about?
of subscribers.
We're talking about the cap that just completely shattered.
Oh
Nebraska.
yeah, we're talking about the severe weather across the board. Bunch of brief tornadoes that have spawned in central Nebraska, and a lot of large hail. Maybe could see a couple more tornadoes, but you know.
I expect this thing to go warned again. The what was the confirmed tornado? I expect that to go warned again just for
You sure?
just for velocity's sake, because it still does have a couplet. They probably still have confidence that it could just hold its current status. Wonder if it's still on the ground. As of 8:38, it was not.
It looks like it's gusting out.
Yeah, all of that outflow just to in front of it or to the north of it.
Oh yeah, it looks like it absolutely deteriorated. Let me take a look and see what the updraft did. Oh yeah, it downbursted.
Nice.
It downbursted.
All right.
So it'll probably not get a warning.
So there's a reasonable inflow notch on the Atkinson storm.
Yeah, I literally went straight over to that one because that's the only one in my opinion. That could
Oh,
actually do
chat.
something.
Oh man. If you look at just 3D at ISO surface, go into the just go deep and you'll see it.
Yeah, I mean, there's a really interesting
There's that
inflow
arch,
notch on
chat.
that. I do want to say though, once again, if you take a look at the
Jessica-
velocities in general.
Jessica, this is the stream that needs to keep its title.
Shit, just the fan.
I mean, I'm gonna keep it. I'm not gonna change it.
Might just want to say shit, just hit the fan and weather.
Nice inflow in
My
3D.
God.
Yeah. Oh Jesus! That's not what I wanted to do.
Let me look up actually.
Oh, by the way, Nate, I ordered my Midnight Blue Yeti last night, so
Very good. Very.
it's coming in likely by next week or the week after, because they have shipping delays right now. Frick. Oh,
Bruh,
that
literally,
de-aliased.
David. Oh my God, I'm actually going to lose my mind if I watch him anymore. I'm going to. You see
Aren't
the
we
giant
all?
blue.
Aren't
You
we
see
all?
the blue. You see the lower correlation coefficient. On the Atkinson storm.
Let me take a look.
You
It's
see
a
the
hail
blue?
spike. It's a hail spike.
No, not even that. All right, but you see the blue, right? You see
Uh-huh.
the blue.
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to inform you that's all inflow. All right, because if you actually circle that general area, it has no correlation as to it has no correlation to the tornado or the tornadic rotation whatsoever,
Yes.
which is making me upset that Mr. Wonderful literally is just like, oh, it could possibly be a debris signature. And I'm like, I'm
Get
going to
lost. Get lost.
bruh.
LMAO, that's inflow and hail.
I'm so
Yeah, for
surprised.
real.
I'm so surprised that he had 203 likes on this video. My God.
It's
It's not even realistic at this point.
he's brainwashed people, man. Honestly.
Mm-hmm. And as much as I would love to get more followers, I mean,
You can't
obviously,
just
both
buy
of us,
that.
you can't just buy subscribers and stuff like that. It takes time, as I've learned, and people absolutely, okay. Everyone is impatient in the YouTube community. Everyone. We want all of our pieces in the fame cake.
In
And
some
once
way.
we've had
Either you
one,
want this specific video to come out, or you want this many likes, or this many subscribers. It's
mhm, even for me, I want more people watching my content due to the fact that I believe that if they go to others, they won't get the same quality of content as myself.
yeah,
My
they won't get
content
a live
and
stream from a 24 core freaking
no,
Ryzen
exactly.
processor soon.
Yeah, exactly. Not to mention, they
I
won't get cool ass graphics that I'm creating to where everyone will be able to see, specifics down at the bottom, which by the way will all be updated live constantly throughout the stream, to where I'll have an entire automation process of tornado watches, flooding watch, or not really flooding honestly, because there's so many flooding watches, but like tropical storm watches, severe thunderstorm watches, stuff across the board. That'll
Mhm.
be on there, as well as live weather, whatever, just like
David is
weather observations from
allow me to
specific
just
spots.
point out chat. David is the type of guy to look at the CC, look at the hail spike on the correlation coefficient your rows and say that's a big frick off wedge tornado.
You're not wrong.
I mean, you
You just ended the stream.
he just ended his stream. That's nice.
Mm-hmm. Bruh, I'm so pissed sometimes. Literally, it's not even funny anymore as to how bad it can get with just like even then. All right, we'll talk about this later. Maybe I'll create some sort of podcast about the weather. Like what all is happening in the weather now,
Boy,
or whatever.
that would get
I'll
appeal.
recreate stuff. Maybe I'll recreate the thing, Weather Buzz with AJ, because you all seem to like that. It's a hidden gem for everyone to watch. Maybe we'll bring that back and we'll actually move it to my channel.
Tornado
just,
warning.
there's so much.
Tornado warning for Custer has been let to expire. I don't think that there will end up being a reissuance.
On that one, nope. I don't believe so either. I think it's turned into a downdraft. Maybe we'll bring back Weather Buzz. All right? Maybe we'll do that. Maybe it's so stupid as to the quality of most weather live streamers. All right? This is the reason why I picked Morgan. Not to make it seem like I created you or anything, Morgan, because you built your channel on your own. All right? I brought some of my
you discovered me.
over.
I had no idea of you. You're the one that literally commented on one of my videos saying that that I reminded you of you.
Mm-hmm.
So
and he does.
That's really how it all started, chat. He commented on one of my live streams. It may have been on one of the big Midwest days. He said one of his final statements in the comment. It was a paragraph or something like that. And one of his final statements on the comment was that I reminded him of him a little bit. So then I looked at his stuff, found his Discord server, then I joined, and that's really when it all started turning.
Oh yeah.
Um,
And as I mentioned, or at least I was trying to mention, Morgan built his channel on his own. How he does his stuff is his content, and I enjoy it. All right. There's a lot of potential. There's a lot of room for him to continue to grow. All right. There's that stuff there. But the thing about most weather YouTubers is the quality and the knowledge of what they have already and how they're incorporating it. It's easy to look at a reflectivity scan and tell you, oh, the pinks mean that there's heavy rain and maybe some hail. It's easy to say that.
you gotta go
All
into the
right?
specifics. The specifics is what makes you special, and your knowledge on the advanced stuff like that. Like, not every average person is gonna know what 107 kilograms per meter squared virtually integrated liquid means.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yep.
knowing that is going to give you a better quality of the stream. And speaking of which, I'd like you to look at the velocities in your rows. It's actually kind of coupleted. See what happens with that. Looks like a gusty wind threat, though, for the most part.
You put this in for me as to where Rose is.
Rose is in the warning for Rock and Holt in Nebraska.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I see it.
And
Yeah,
now
that could
new
possibly
frame,
go
and it
again.
is looking pretty nice, chat.
Oh yeah.
So watch for a potential warning on that. Not to mention the hail is 2.5 inches, so that's also a thing.
There's actually an updraft. It's actually trying to reorganize its updraft a bit. If you take a look at the ZDR, as I mentioned before on some of my streams, the reds. Well, the ZDR measures rain moving up from the surface to the top of the storm. So by looking at this, typically you want to see the reds and pinks. That indicates a very strong updraft. And indeed, in and around that area, you can definitely see updraft characteristics. And the reason why I say
there isn't the biggest inflow notch in the world, but it's definitely there.
The thing about the ZDR too, with this updraft is it's actually right over the tornadic rotation. So this is a tornadic updraft. This could potentially try and restructure if it can wrap its rear flank downdraft around, which is just the hooking characteristic. Then it could possibly produce another tornado. I'm not sure if this was actually the one to produce a tornado prior. Let's see.
But yeah,
no,
chat,
this
even looking at volume, you can see the inflow notch right here as stated by the little bit of an arch. And then if you take a look at the ISO surface, I toned it up a little bit in terms of the volume alpha. But look at this. It's a pretty decent looking arch right in there. So we could potentially be talking about a tornadic, not mean to do that, tornadic situation soon. As you can see, there is a bit of a hook on reflectivity as well. And in combination with the hail, this is a really dangerous storm. I'm not looking at chat at all, so again, I apologize. I've been listening to Nate and keeping
really
an eye on
right
this. So
this isn't a Nate versus David. This is a Nate calling out the other weather.
This
YouTubers.
is a Nate calling BS.
This is a Nate telling other weather YouTubers to cut the shit.
This is Nate telling other weather YouTubers to get off his lawn.
Get off my lawn! Get out of here!
Shakes the hockey stick as his spear just chucks it again.
Actually, I actually have a dent on my door frame because of the spear. Stick. I'm not joking you. I was literally. I was looking through because what I was doing the one time was I was like kind of like using my stone as like a spear a little bit, so I accidentally like punctured a little mini hole in the side of my wall. I'm like, oh, okay, and it just so happened that the hole was really close to where the stick actually created the dent on the side of the door frame, and I was like, wait, what is this from? And then it all came back to me. That I absolutely launched a stick at my little brother yesterday.
You just chucked it.
Dude, it was just...
The tornado possible attack on the Mississippi storm is still there, although it looks like its rotational signature has significantly died.
Oh boy, what the hell is this?
It's really just a straight line wind threat.
Oh boy, yeah. Start to. I'd say people need to start watching for that storm and Rose. It's gonna head literally into a town that we've mentioned this entire time.
Atkinson,
Atkinson.
ladies and
it
gentlemen. Um, so
has a gusty. It has an outflow boundary out in front of it. So,
yeah, Jessica did
real.
mention they are forming along an outflow boundary. So
Well, no, this one is creating its own. It's forming along an outflow boundary, but it's creating its own outflow boundary. Whether or not it can actually wrap around the rear flank downdraft, which is, as I've mentioned, just the hooking characteristic. That is the main question. If it can get out in front of that outflow boundary, you
ZDR
can
is
actually
pretty
get a strong.
ridiculous.
Yeah, you can get a strong tornado from that. Oh
Yeah,
shit, you're not lying.
ZDR is pretty insane. Yeah,
um,
reading 5s and 6s across the board. Um,
oh geez, that's a lot of hail.
yeah,
Even if you take a look at the KDP, you notice how some of the pixels are missing, just to the south of some of the green.
yeah,
and
because
yellow pixels?
it just like spiked.
So usually when there is a lot of hail, like a downpour of hail, the pixels can actually get missing on the KDP. The KDP just looks for liquid, and when it sees solid things like debris and hail and stuff like that, even a downpour, it has to be like a downpour of hail. So just to inform you all, there is a literal downpour of hail. Granted, it's out in the middle of nowhere.
Its size is getting a lot smaller, so that's also something to keep in mind. Maximum hail size now I'm reading is 1.68 across the board. However, that could revamp.
Oh, I just realized something. The reason, take a look at the spectrum width. Right around where the KDP is missing some volumes, the spectrum width is absolutely mental. So it might actually be creating a really interesting downburst near the tornadic rotation. I wonder if that will actually. I wonder if that will actually hamper the progress of this tornadic area.
That is something interesting to note, indeed. I think that's de-aliasing. Yes, it is. Epic. Yeah, what was the tornadic rotation near Atkinson that's now moving off to the north and east towards the South Dakota border seems to be trying to do something again. Doubt it's really... It looks like a mushroom cap at this point. Chat, this looks like a mushroom. Look at this. Forms out, down, and around. In combination with the red sticking out into the green, it looks like a mushroom.
Get jealous, but I'm too cool to admit it. I get jealous. Not with my girl, I ain't with it. I get jealous, but I'm too cool to admit it. Get jealous. Not with my girl, I ain't with it. I ain't with it. I ain't with it. Hashtag Nate on America's Got Talent. Boom.
Hashtag Nate for President 2020.
Nate for President seems legit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, the cell near Rose is actually starting. It's scary.
Starting to actually do the thing.
I'm
gonna pull up Chrome again. Yay! I need to.
I'm really curious as to the. Oh, that's an interesting revelation.
What?
Have you taken storm motion on this thing?
I've not actually.
All right, I'll try and test your knowledge a little bit then. I'll try and test your knowledge a little bit. After
I'm not in school. I don't want tests. I'm good. I have no final exams. I don't think anyone has final exams this year, which is very epic considering I did not get 1A on my midterms. Yeah, that's kind of where I was at.
Well, as a senior, I don't have to take any sort of...
Okay, you know what, Nathan? You know what?
I feel so happy.
You know what? Nobody asked. No one
But
else.
anyways, did you pull up storm did you get storm motion on it? Right
I
click the box,
I did not. Can you just
storm
pull it
motion
up
for
real quick?
morning.
Because I'm trying to look across the board at the moment.
Ah, okay. Well, I kind of needed you to look at it a little bit, and Bob, just to show a visual aid of what I'm going to be talking about. But yeah, basically, what storm motion shows is this thing is inflow dominant, and it's the storm for Rose, I should say. But do you know what it means for a storm to be inflow dominant?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to assume that's a no, so allow me to
I
kind
said
of briefly
mm-hmm, which
explain.
is a yes.
Okay, well,
So, yeah,
good to
that
hear.
is starting to look pretty dangerous, chat. Frick, I did not want to do that. I hate when that
Hey,
happens.
I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it anyways because chat probably doesn't know what happens when it's inflow dominant. Basically, sustains for quite some time. You could possibly get long-lived naders or a long-lived mesocyclone.
So it'll definitely be something I will keep an eye on. And who is revving their car outside my house that makes it sound like a tornado siren? I don't need that. Go away!
seems legit. The velocities have weakened a bit, but I do want to say the hook on reflectivity is quite nice, and
Yep.
the ZDR actually shows a
Oh,
more organized, an
cluster.
organized updraft.
And oh my god.
I
Who is texting me? Jesus Christ.
gotta say
I
the
literally
inflow
put
is
on my
kind of
Snap story, watch me lose my shit on live stream. And
Lamau. That sounds about right. Every single live stream I have. I'm just,
especially no,
and you
it's for
tell
me. For me, I lose it. And chat,
how
if
do you
you've
tell
been
if a storm
around
is
if
inflow
you've been
dominant?
around me for a very long time, or at least since I've started really doing weather live streams, you'll know I lose it.
Mm.
So, and for
All
all
right.
I
Well,
know, someone's gonna frickin' meme the thing that I just did with this, with just the.
ha. Okay. Well, Dan asked a pretty interesting question. How do you tell if a storm is inflow dominant? Well, what you can do on GR2 is you can actually right click the warning box and then take a storm motion from warning and then go to storm relative velocities. What that does is it accounts for the storm motion and shows you what the actual velocities are in and around those areas,
Yep.
which is pretty convenient. But the way that you can tell if it's inflow dominant is you see the inflow winds moving towards the storm. If it is stronger than the winds moving out away from the storm, then that is typically inflow dominant. So it's just basically the winds in the inflow notch is stronger than the winds from the outflow.
Mm-hmm. Expect
So
a tornado, possible severe thunderstorm warning coming up that would include the town of Atkinson. Calling that chat.
probably could. So yeah, if you just go storm relative velocities
Yep.
after you take storm motion, then you're fine, and you'll technically see the winds actually stronger. And actually, if you go into 3D, you can actually see storm relative velocities on there too, which is actually kind of convenient because I use that every now and then just in case.
Okay, well, new velocity frame, and this thing is absolutely mental. Got a
What I
big
actually have.
couplet right there with a donut hole on reflectivity, and
Whew,
I can't use CC because there's freaking hail. Spectrum width is pretty
ooh.
ridiculous, and echo tops are decent.
Can you actually take a 3D of this,
Sure.
then change the setting to isosurface, and go on to storm relative velocities, and then pull up the volume alpha table, go down to the white triangle thingamabobber, and
Yeah.
go all the way down to approximately, we'll say a quarter of the way. If you were from the left, quarter of the way in.
I was looking further than that, and I could see an inflow notch.
Oh, you can see how it's inflow dominant across the
Yes.
board.
Yeah.
And just showing you, look at all of the winds from the storm moving in towards the actual thunderstorm.
Oh, my
You know,
GO2 is glitching to hell.
from just
Yeah,
storm
look at
relative
this. Look
velocities.
at
It
these
just looks.
velocities, chat. And then take a look back at the volume explorer. Like, big yikes.
I do it all the time, Jessica. So it's not really. It's not like he's issuing a severe thunderstorm warning or a tornado warning. It's just more or less us thinking that that's probably what the
It
National Weather
is
Service is
likely
going to
on
do.
the way, is what I am saying.
Yeah, very much so.
And if I look at the rotation sweep thing, you can definitely see it. It's
I
there.
just noticed the donut hole. I just noticed it.
You really?
Yeah.
Come on, Nathan.
I was too busy looking at the 3D across the board from all sorts of velocity scans. I gotta say, 3D is such a nice tool to use. Such a nice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you were looking at the rotation. You might want to use lit volume for that because isosurface kind of is stupid if you're looking at the triangle for higher values. You might want to look at lower.
If I can offer
for the
somewhat of
triangle.
a legal perspective on this, is not wise to create.
Yeah,
your
I already
own
told
warnings.
Jessica.
Yeah,
I already told Jessica. That's fine.
my chat is lagging on my phone, so I'm gonna reload.
I'm just playing Pokemon.
Bruh.
I'm not joking. I'm literally. I told you the entire time.
What the?
And I'll actually be able to stream Pokemon on my computer too, which is kind of funny.
Don't
Let's
cheat.
see.
Do not want to do that. Okay.
I am gonna buy the expansion pass though. The expansion pass is gonna be amazing.
Jeez. Storm near Spencer may be recycling.
Spencer. Oh, the original one that I
The
thought.
original one.
Oh, well, once again, I'm gonna
High
say
up in
it.
the sky, but
Yeah, it's 12,000 feet.
and it's between two warnings. So, or two
You mean
radars. Two
yeah.
warnings. Okay, seems legit.
Seems legit. Save my game. Jealous. Unable to proceed while the software disconnect. No. I'd rather just save the game. Alright, well, let's just look and see. I want a coughing. I want to know where I can find these coughings. Oh.
Yeah, Nate. National Weather Service issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Boyd. That is the storm that I was just mentioning, and it is tornado possible. So,
can I get an exclamation point prediction in the chat? Oh God, it's a wind pod. Where?
And is this potentially no? Hail size is down on this, and it could be recycling. Like he said, like he's highly against issuing your own warnings. Okay, chat.
Whom?
James Spann.
Well, James Spann, I must say.
James Spann is good, but here's the thing. I did mention, likely. I did not issue it myself. I said likely.
Not that big of a deal. Unless if you're actually creating your own warning boxes.
Then that's...
Yeah.
Yeah, but I said likely, and holy 3-inch hail again on that storm that just went re-severe warned on your Spencer. So that's something to keep in mind. And 127 kilograms per meter squared of virtually integrated liquid. Love to see it.
Oh God, is it snowy here? Are you? Come on.
Is it?
Large bro moment. No, not unrelated.
Oh my god, frick off. My friend is literally spamming my.
A bunch of these stupid pigeons.
He wants me to join his
Permission,
voice. He
prediction
wants me to
permissions
join
popping.
his
Yeah.
video call. I'm just like,
Oh god,
no.
seems legit.
Where is his contact?
Oh god.
What the frack?
Okay, one thing I must say is that the rotation that was near Rose that's now heading up to Atkinson is now starting to get a bit broader. And if it can actually tighten up a bit, that could actually produce another tornado warning heading into the town of Atkinson. So if you live near the town of Atkinson along United States Route 20 in Nebraska, you probably should just monitor this storm because this is gonna get pretty dicey, I must say.
Where is this guy? Where's my friend's contact? Where the freaking frick is this contact?
Is it? Oh, come on!
What?
This is Pokemon's making me upset.
It's an oof.
Yeah, you're telling me. I gotta say, I'm pretty excited for my. I'm pretty excited for the stuff that I have on the Streamlabs.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty
I'm gonna mess.
excited.
I'm gonna mess with some new formats. It won't be anything interesting, but I just have like what Nate has right now, which is the whole display capture and webcam in the bottom right. So I'm gonna mess coming up soon with some potentially different formats. I'll see how it goes.
Yeah. Oh, loving is you couldn't see. I'm so pumped that I got this shiny though. I'm pretty happy. 2011.
So the thing that's weird about OBS and this, and speaking of, I did mention the severe thunderstorm warning likely that would include Atkinson. It is not tornado possible, which is very interesting. As Nate said, rotation does seem to be getting a bit broad, but could be in the process of recycling, I think.
Good lord. New severe thunderstorm warning for the town that's heading near Atkinson. Not tornado possible, so that's good news.
That's what I just mentioned.
Yeah. Well, I've just been playing Pokemon over here.
Mm-hmm. And you deserve a break, man. So just by all means.
Dude, I actually slept for 12 hours today after my analysis of Cristobal. Basically, I streamed all of yesterday to cover Cristobal and the severe weather up in the north. Longer than anyone else. And
even David Schlotthauer.
I streamed longer than any other weather YouTuber, as I typically do for any of these events. Just for the fact,
Also,
just because, you know.
Chat. Do you like those Nate and Morgan live streams? Let me know.
I always like bringing Morgan on every now and then.
They are a hell of a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when Nate has brother sightings.
Oh, good lord.
That should be your presidential slogan. Get off my lawn.
Oh, for sure.
Wonder how much appeal that would get.
I could just, but I'm too cool to admit it. I could just, with my girl, I ain't with it. I ain't with it. I ain't with it. Oh my good lord. Are you kidding me? Bruh. This is why I hate. Oh, no. Yay! Another coughing. Let's go. Like hashtag Nathan Morgan seems legit.
Mm-hmm.
You actually wanted Nate to drop some more truth bombs.
He
I'll
dropped
continue to
really.
do it.
He dropped really
I'll
most
drop
of it.
more. I'll drop more. I've got more hot takes. I think there's. Uh, I'll pick and choose
Did
which
you just
ones
make
that
a
I'll
sex
put out.
noise? Like I heard like a.
How do I
Presidents
want to
are
do this?
golfers.
Yeah. New models run shows me dead tomorrow. The best tornadic ingredients.
Seems
overrated.
legit.
Well, that sounds about right. You do have a little. You do have a low pressure system that literally goes
Mid-Atlantic
right
is getting a bit interesting for day 3 and 4. Gotta be honest with y'all. So
Oh yeah.
keep an eye. I was going to make a video tonight, but you know what? Screw that, because I did not expect to go live either. So yeah, it'll be better tomorrow anyway when I have a HRRR run to look at.
You're telling me. What? Are you kidding me?
Hmm?
I hate this game. I hate this game.
Velocity's tightening again.
I hate this game.
What?
Literally
Shoot.
gave me. This freaking Pokemon had Poison Touch. Oh my god.
Ha L. I played
got
Pokemon at one point,
poison.
chat, so I know what he's talking about, actually. So.
And I got poison. God, the RNG in this
Are
game
you playing
is so
TCGO or like Showdown or what?
No, I'm shiny hunting right now in Pokemon Sword.
Oh.
And I'm just like knocking out a bunch of Pokemon because that's the way the shiny hunting works in the wild.
I have a slight risk over your area on day 4. Seems legit. Let's actually look at some models right now when there's not a whole lot going on. Watch a tornado emergency pops up as I say that. Yeah, let's just take a look at some model runs.
Get off my lawn! Tell me. No, it doesn't form.
Oh, man. We love Nate.
Down here? Is there a coffin? No, there isn't. There's a blue dude, though. I think I need to run.
Ha! So...
That's a sock.
Regional.
A coffin! Let's go! Let's kill it!
So this is the Nam Nest for tomorrow and potentially the next day as well. So yeah, we can see some big F-off supercells that look like it'll start to pop up discreetly, especially in northern Illinois and central Illinois. You gotta moan and say, "Get off my lawn." But yeah, seeing a lot of looks like what could be supercellular activity, or it could end up being QLCS. It'll be hard to see.
No, I don't want a pseudo-wudo.
We're gonna have to wait until tomorrow.
No.
Now I'm actually going to switch views to northeast.
Really good idea. Ooh, what the?
Where is the threat for Wednesday supposed to be? Do you know?
It's the outer band that forms. If you go onto the NAM, I think it's for Ohio, Michigan, down into Kentucky.
Okay, that's the slight risk for Wednesday, you said. Okay.
That's Wednesday.
Holy squall line.
I want to mention something real quick while we're on the topic of just weather. This isn't the future cast weather or whatever, but this is still within the realm of weather. The the rotation that's heading towards Atkinson potentially is strengthened.
Chat. Can we get a whatever the hell that
Yeah,
was?
can
we get a pollution in chat, please? Cause I don't know what in the heck that is.
That is a lot of contamination. You might have to go out in front of the actual storm. Take a sounding out in front of it. Get the conditions.
Crap.
I'm killing every single coughing.
Why are you coughing? Yes, I just
personally.
made that joke.
Oh!
Is that a glitch? No, that's
That's contamination. It's a thing that we typically find in soundings.
Myth says severe contamination warning. Seems legit.
Indeed.
Not. Oh. Yeah, that rotation headed right for Atkinson. Looks like it may be starting to hook into itself. You can see the reds are headed away from the radar, the greens are headed towards right in the middle, right around there would be where the rotation is. And as you can see, it is starting to look like it's ramping up a bit.
Maybe just a little.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. Oh gosh, why is everything chrome?
So I'm just gonna take a moment when there's really not much going on, and I appreciate you all for coming out to the one of the most unexpected live streams of my life, and freaking 3.68 inch hail headed right for Atkinson. Again.
Yeah, that's kind of scary.
So yeah, I do appreciate everyone who did come out to the live stream. If you guys do enjoy the content, holy freaking hook on radar. I would not mind a like and or subscription. It really would mean a lot as I try to grow my community. And big thanks to Nate as well for actually joining me on Impulse. So as he plays Pokemon. Pollution. Yeah, Jessica. And I mentioned last week how I set up Streamlabs because for donos because people were telling me to set that up. Do not donate to me, please.
It's okay. Allow me to speak for Morgan here. All right. Do not donate unless if it's small amounts or if you think it's going to a good
There's
cause.
better causes right now, chat.
God, why is everything in a sandstorm?
Sandstorm. I think about that dust storm warning we had yesterday.
Lamau.
In Colorado. Kansas. Yes, Chad, I said Kansas. If you know, you know.
Sounds about jealous, but I'm too cool to admit it. I can
Okay.
a girl ain't with it. Oh God, that scared the ever-living crap out of me.
What?
Oh boy, this Pokemon just frickin'.
I thought you got a subscription and it went through on Streamlabs and you heard it.
No.
Yeah, that happened to him the other day. Yeah, now it's 3.83 inches. And the hook seems like it is starting to wrap a little more, which is scary indeed. So keep that in mind. And what is this?
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot Bob owns GR Earth, except he shares it with people.
That looks interesting.
It's a brown zone. Okay, let's see.
Could be two spots of rotation. It's headed right for Atkinson as we speak. Holy crap. It's in the middle. This is in the middle of nowhere. So I can't really describe it to you. But if you can, look to the south and east of
Oh
Rose.
my
Look to the south and east of Rose.
god.
At
Bruh,
whatever the heck that is.
I'm literally watching AJ and Bob talk in General 1. They were just talking about Storm Track, and now they're talking about personal matters, which is hilarious.
Seems legit. That seems to have died actually in the latest scan, which is very epic, if I do say so myself. And this is coupled as it heads towards Atkinson. Yay!
Lamau.
Yeah,
Reading this is absolutely hilarious.
Okay, so at this point, we could have a better view of the storm entering South Dakota from the frick. From the... Oh my god, click! From the Sioux Falls radar. And it actually does look pretty good, I gotta be honest with you. And it still is tornado possible, so I'm going to keep an eye on that with the radar scope, although the range is folding. Crap!
Bruh. That's hilarious.
Oh my god. Again. We got 4-inch hail, chat. South of Brewster. Oh boy. Does it max out at 127 kilograms per meter squared in terms of virtually integrated liquid? I'll look that up tonight. It's got an okay hook. Nothing on velocity that supports. Oh my god. Oh, I'm saving that image as a what the hell hail spike. Tornado warning in South Dakota for Charles Mix County. That's going to be in effect until, I believe, 11:15 Eastern, 10:15 Central, 9:15 Mountain. And I'm going to save this as the hail spike. And I got to see what that is for. Yes, so it actually is, Nate, for that storm that just entered South Dakota. So it has gone warned. Very, very interesting. I'm going to use radar scope going forward. And as you can see, wow, that is dangerous. But if we take a look at where the storm is in relativity to that, it's looking good amount of feet up into the sky. So it's really interesting to see. This is tornado warned. It's just radar scope is late to the party. That's something to keep in mind. So this is high up in the sky, but we're talking about, looks like 80 on top of 20s. This is at white for Wagner and Dante. It might actually split the gap there. So if you guys do happen to be in those areas, holy crap. If you do happen to be in those areas, it's now 123 on top of 33 or 36 or something like that. So if you guys do happen to be in those areas, you need to take your precautions for a very dangerous storm headed your way. There could be something ridiculous going on the ground as we speak. But as the storm track on radar scope says, it is headed right for Wagner. So if you guys are in those areas, you need to take your precautions. And why is my phone going off? Shut the hell up. Get off my lawn. Okay.
I think the Sioux Falls radar actually has a better view of it.
Yeah, that's what I'm using at this point. I'm looking at radar scopes because I don't want to switch from that radar view that I have right now.
Oh my god. Sometimes I have to remind myself that we're looking up 8,600 feet. Because that is actually terrifying.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep an eye
When
on
I see
Twitter.
111 miles per hour and 158 miles per hour, I get scared. But then I also kind of realize that might also be the aliasing. So, with that being said, storm relative velocities, just for the fun of it, I just took it anyways. Literally has a pixel of 149 miles per hour, which is hilarious. What the hell?
Why is my Twitter so laggy? Holy crap.
Oh, I didn't kill it. I didn't kill it.
He didn't kill it, chat.
I didn't kill it.
He didn't kill it.
That's embarrassing. And it just exploded for FFS. The big sad.
Mm-hmm. Ah.
Actually, I'm curious.
5-inch hail headed right for Atkinson. If you happen to be in that area, take your precautions. Jeez.
Oh my god.
Can you? I don't need it. I can. I don't need it. And I don't know what I'm saying.
I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need it.
Yeah, that's dangerous, chat. Headed right for the heart of Atkinson, so just get in a shelter. Just get in a shelter. If you happen to be in that area. Okay, that is not a tornado warned or possible storm.
Oh, it still looks pretty nice. The velocity.
Which ones? The Brewster storm?
The one for the tornado warning in Marty and Wagner.
Yeah, it still actually looks decent. And it actually seems a little bit more down to earth with the newest scans, so that's a thing.
You're telling me. It's still looking up 8,000 feet, but I mean,
it could be a thing. It could be a thing.
Very well could. Very well could. All right, get over here. Time for me to put down all the coughings.
Frozen grapefruit. Yeah.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Yeah, there's 2 spotters on the current tornado warning, and there's literally grapefruits falling from the sky in Atkinson. So if you guys are in that area, actually a lot more dense grapefruits falling from the sky. So if you are in those areas, get inside now. And I would actually even go as far as say get into the lowest, innermost part of your building, particularly a room, bathroom closet, no windows, because it's going to shatter all windows in sight. So particularly a bathroom or closet with no windows, so you can put yourself as far away inside your house from the frickin' grapefruits. Looks like a multi-vortex tornado. Yeah, I don't think so. Good sir, as of right now. Still looking ridiculously high in the sky, and it's 67 on top of 62 or something like that. The one tornado warned? Yeah, that thing. And what is this?
The top's just
That's the
reinitiated
aliasing.
on it.
Okay.
The top's just reinitiated. It was at 47,000 feet. Now it's at 52.
Oh, great. So, do me a favor, keep your eyes on that.
Here, I'll
I'm
put
going to
up
continue to look at Atkinson. It's now only 4 inches. So, yeah. Closing in on... It's literally closing in on Atkinson, chat. It's hooking around Atkinson.
Oh. God, there's so many coughings around here.
Meanwhile, we get Nate talking about coughings.
Pokemon. Boom. True fact.
Poor Atkinson funnels and now grapefruits from the sky. Yeah, I mean... Sounds about right.
Yeah, the maximum expected hail size is kind of sustained around 3 inches, give or take. However, I do want to mention, granted, this is looking up 8,250 feet up in the sky. It seems as if the updraft is kind of depleted a bit.
So a little bit, yeah.
But
and I'd also like to mention the tornado warned storm head towards Wagner. There's also 3-inch hail. So that's a threat regardless of whether or not it's tornadic. 3 inches. Where's my ruler? I have this thing here. Yeah, 5 inches is a literal grapefruit, chat. It's bigger than my microphone. Or bigger than my current microphone. The Blue Yeti will be a lot bigger. How many coughings did you just get?
It's not the coughings I saw on your stream. Can I get a hashtag mom raid in the chat?
Oh, yes, of course.
The funny thing is, though, it's the same issue.
Look at the map. Dumb question.
The funny thing is that the one time when she stepped out, she didn't close the door. And it sucks so much when that happens. But
where is that? A place in the United States. Read the states.
I don't have my glasses on at all.
In South Dakota, then. Can you turn my light off?
Did she just say no one says the state?
And she asked where it was, and I said it's in a state in the United States.
Okay, I was just about to say, because the UK, everyone in Europe literally makes fun of America by literally saying the state.
E-state.
These states. It's actually a part of my my script, my new video. It's gonna be fun. Imagine if there was an 8-panel in GR2. Just imagine.
8-panel? Oh god.
Yeah.
It's too much. They would be 9 because think about it. You gotta have square numbers.
You could.
Well, they do too. So I guess 8 would be difficult.
Are you kidding me? This thing just...
No, I'm not kidding you.
This thing literally just exploded.
4.66.
Oh,
and
yeah,
it's
I know.
right over Atkinson. Yay. Well, the biggest hail might have missed Atkinson to the very north, to the barely north. Would be right around here. So if we remove precipitation, it might have missed Atkinson to the north, although parts of it may still have been clipped by grapefruit hail. Imagine if there was such a thing as basketball-sized hail. There will be, soon enough.
Quite possibly. Bruh, all coughing knows is freaking memento. It's so stupid.
Arresto momento. Why do I have so many DMs? I'm not looking at my DMs, chat. Why do I have so many? Is a flash flood warning possible in Nebraska? There already is one. Here.
Bunch of them.
For Custer, Lincoln, Logan.
It knows freaking levitate. That's the reason why I hate life. That's it. We're bringing down the ban hammer. Wood hammer. Let's go.
I've seen
Yeet.
football-sized hail in person. Figures the hail went down dramatically in size as soon as it left Atkinson. Seems legit.
No, I get you.
Now the maximum hail size is only like 2.5 inches.
Another tornado warning. Davidson and Hanson counties. That's literally north of the one that I'm looking at. Spectrum width is okay. There is a tornadic updraft. It has a nice little appendage, and the velocities are okay. That's my brief analysis.
Oh, up there?
Yeah.
Alright, screw this. I'm taking the Sioux Falls radar to GR2. I can't... I'm not gonna look at pixels. So I wanna...
You always just have GR2 run off of one radar, and then have radar scope go to everything else.
Yeah. Wow. Holy frick. Rarescope has up to 95 dBz. Imagine where the imagine what it would be like outside if there was something registering as on radar as 95 dBz.
Morgan,
Like-
I hate to cut you off,
What?
but I think the cell that crossed over heading towards Wagner is recycling.
Wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. I think I mentioned that actually, chat.
It's starting to get really, really interesting to say the least.
Y'all ready for this? That looks bad.
If you go
dangerous.
through the past couple of scans, you'll be actually able to see the first rotation head off towards
Big couplet.
Wagner. The new one literally form in behind that.
I see why they issued a tornado warning, but it just doesn't seem very good looking.
What, the
For
one near
the-
Wagner and Marty?
The new one for
the new
Davison and Hanson
Mhm.
doesn't look glorious.
Oh, you don't have the latest scan for the one in Wagner and Marty.
I have a
You can only-
48 scan. It's downloading
I've got
now
a
and should
53.
update. It's downloading and should update now.
Yeah, I've got a 53 scan.
Can GR2 load faster, please?
Might have to exit and rejoin.
I have yeah, there's my 53 scan, and it is for sure recycling.
2-inch
think
size
that's
hail
the
report
aliasing.
from Wagner.
Only 2 inches?
Law enforcement. The
Oh, law
law.
enforcement. And now the thing near Ethan is starting to materialize as well, and that's headed for... Can people stop snapping me? Okay. The thing that's headed towards Mitchell, that actually kind of looks pretty okay now. So if you guys are... Eh?
We've got 2 fuck off rotations right now. The one near Wagner is re-strengthened. The
Yeah.
one back down near Marty has also strengthened too. I'm
Bruh.
sending velocities in upwards of 92 miles per hour in the one rotation. The other one's still really strong. Oh my god. Bruh. Bruh.
Can we get a bruh moment in chat?
Oh, ooh.
I'm going to
Oh
go
my
back
God.
here.
That's hilarious.
So yeah, I would go as far at this point to say if you happen to be, well, it's about to enter a rural territory, so I'm not going to bother with that. If you happen to be in Trip, Delmont, or possibly even Kaler, you guys need to go ahead and take your precautions. Get into the lowest innermost part of your building, particularly a bathroom or closet, to put as many walls between you and the tornadic rotation as possible. And what are you seeing now, Nathan?
I thought I saw something. I was very scared for a second. I'm not going to lie.
People keep snapping me. Dang it.
I'm not joking you. I was actually scared for a second because
getting 50 on top of 50, so I'm getting a 100-mile-an-hour delta velocity near Wagner.
What the hell is this? It's a Scraggy.
It's a
Forgot these things existed, I'm gonna be completely honest. But now I realize. That's from my favorite generation Pokemon.
And also, if you happen to be between Ethan or Mitchell, or if you potentially even happen to be on State Route 37, which will be near the intersection of I-90, you guys need to go ahead and take your precautions and get into the sturdiest shelter you can find, potentially in the Mitchell area. And if you are in the Mitchell area, like I said, get into the lowest, innermost part of your building, particularly a bathroom or closet, or a room with no windows, so you can put as many so you can put as many walls between yourself and the tornadic rotation as possible. And Wagner may also be trying to do a thing.
Oh yeah, there's a tornadic updraft around there, guaranteed. There's tornadic updrafts across the board now.
A severe thunderstorm warning for Holt and Boyd again. So this is for that thingy that just passed Atkinson. It does not have a tornado possible tag. I don't know if I agree with that, but it is what it is. I was about to sing the national anthem.
Oh jeez, my phone.
I was about to say the same thing. My phone turned off. I have entered into Pimple City once again. Can we get an oof in chat for Myth? That's tough.
I've been the best of us.
I've been particularly careful with it, so
I would always be in it due to the fact that I would play hockey, so I wouldn't be able to get all the dirt and stuff like that off of me.
Actually, chat, I'm gonna do this and this because I need to check something real quick.
Can't help but lose my temper, but I don't know why.
All right.
Okay.
And we're back.
So the one near Wagner has basically just decided to say, "Hey, you wanted to try and recycle? Well, I'm back from that, and I'm here to basically form as another tornado." And now we have not only a giant rotation near Wagner, but we also have values for a tornadic rotation.
Jesus. Let's get a 3D.
Oh my god, the latest scan just made it even worse. It's definitely something to where I'm just having fun at this point. I need a drink. I need some whiskey.
Have fun with that. I need some whiskey. I'm gonna check who keeps spam snapping me. For God's sake, chat.
Whom?
It's probably a female because, that's how it is. Freaking McKeg Mafia. Ah.
Part of me wants to go downstairs and get some popcorn. This is starting to get fun.
F is for friends who do stuff together. U is for you and me.
What?
And for any time at all. SpongeBob memories. I need more orange juice.
Yeah, the velocity is starting to get really scary. I'm not.
I should have a refrigerator in my room, so I can just have unlimited orange juice.
Honestly, that's what I want to do.
You know what? It's not my fault that I can't really afford to get up during tornadic stuffs.
92 knot delta velocity now on the for the southern tornado. 62, 48. That's 110 mile per hour delta velocity. Latest scan just came in and it's worse.
It's worse. I have a scan from 01. Come on.
112 mile per hour.
112 knots, you say?
100. I said it's not. It's totally not 112, but at the same time, 6,800 feet up in the sky, Chad. As soon as it gets worse from there, then I start seeing to believe it.
The Mitchell storm is.
Oh, I'm looking at that too.
82 and 40. Okay, nice. Great.
Hold up. Bruh, I'm looking at the 82 and 40 myself. That's
new tornado possible severe thunderstorm warning for Charles Mix, Bonhomme, Douglas, and Hutchinson. I think this is yes, so this is going to replace the tornado warning for Charles Mix County. Even though that really should be tornado warned.
I'm gonna be completely honest. Welcome to 2020.
Yep. Literally, we had the guy say bust yesterday, and then we had a PDS tornado warning. Someone say bust again, I dare you.
Whiskey flavored popcorn, quite possibly.
Seems legit.
Honestly, isn't a bad idea.
Yeah, I was really gonna make a video out looking Wednesday.
I have to say,
potentially. That's out the window. That's out the window.
This is starting to get pretty interesting, as if it wasn't already. Now, before, I still was upset at the fact that everyone was literally overhyping this entire thing. But there goes me watching anime.
Alright, Nate, I'm gonna ask you to debrief for 2 minutes when I go refill my water and orange juice.
Sounds good. What are you leaving me off on? Like, what are you on with your screen?
Really just those 2 tornado warnings. Just, you can use the Sioux Falls radar.
Okay.
You can just take a look at both of them pretty easily.
All right. Well, new tornado warning for Bon Home, Charles, Mixed, Douglas, and Hutchinson County. That'll be in effect until 11:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time. The velocities on that thing, I'm not sure. Okay, yeah, you are taking a look at the velocities. Within the latest scan that I've got, absolutely mental in my honest opinion. I'm getting some velocities in upwards of actually, it's just pretty consistent across the board. I'm seeing some delta velocities of around 80 knots, which would be right around 90 to 95 miles per hour. So something to keep in mind as that continues off to move to the north and east. If you live near Trip along State Route 37, along United States Route 18, you guys need to go ahead and take your precautions. Get underground or get into the lowest innermost part of your building, particularly a bathroom or a closet with no windows, so you can put as many walls between yourself and the tornadic rotation as possible. This will be crossing over the United States Route 18 general vicinity in about, I'd say, 15 to 20 minutes. So if you live over there, or if you know anyone who lives over there, tell them that this thing is gonna move over United States Route 18 in about 15 to 20 minutes. The other tornado warning, basically off near Hanson County, so Davidson and Hanson County, that'll be in effect until 10:15 p.m. Central Daylight Time. The velocities on that one a lot weaker than its counterpart to the south. However, the updraft on that thing is quite interesting, as well as the presentation on reflectivity, kind of a little bit better. I mean, not as good as the one down to the south, as I mentioned. The one to the north is definitely the more inferior of the two, but still something to keep in mind as that continues to move off to the north and east. So, if you live near Mitchell, around Interstate Route 90, there is the new tornado warning for Davidson, Hanson, Minor, and Sabern counties. That'll be in effect until 11 p.m. Central Daylight Time. So, if you live near Mitchell, along Interstate 90, as well as State Route 38, and just down and around in those areas, you guys need to also go ahead and take your precaution. Get underground or get into the lowest innermost part of your building. This will be crossing over Interstate 90 in about 5 to 10 minutes. So if you live in those general areas, you guys need to go ahead and take your precautions. I'd say you have no time to waste. Just go ahead and get into your safe space as that continues to move off to your general vicinity.
I would agree. He's one of the best in the industry, chat. Like,
yeah, I just basically covered both of them, and I also want you to go ahead and take a look at the southernmost tornado.
Yeah, that is scary, chat. That looks ridiculous.
Yeah.
Probably close to 100 mile per hour delta velocity. And I want to 3D this again.
It's starting to look pretty interesting.
ISO surface.
Still has
There's
a
a discrete inflow notch.
Oh yeah, there's an inflow notch.
Yeah,
kind of
you can see it there, chat. You can see the arch.
One thing I do want to mention though is that there doesn't seem to be any sort of lowering according to spectrum width, so it is kind of elevated a little bit, but you can definitely see something along the lines later on. So something to keep in mind with that. There also is, if you actually take a look, Morgan,
Shoot.
So how thunderstorms actually form is when the storm wraps its rear flank downdraft around, it creates two rotations, a cyclonic and an anti-cyclonic rotation. The cyclonic one is obviously the one that we've been showing you with the reds moving towards the greens moving away, the one that forms this kind of counterclockwise rotation. But you can actually see down below the giant green patch near the rear flank downdraft, you can actually see the anti-cyclonic rotation. The grays moving away from the radar, the greens moving towards, kind of forms that clockwise rotation. So textbook supercell right there, moving through, eventually heading off to the trip area, as I mentioned, in about 15 to 20 minutes.
And you guys, despite how it may be a little discreet, you guys can just see on reflectivity there is a good inflow notch right there. And as Nate said, textbook supercell, likely about to head through trip. So if you are in that area, just take your precautions. Don't want to take any risks with this, even though it does seem elevated.
Oh,
So if you're on State Route 37 or
Oregon.
on 18, then you guys need to take your precautions. And are you seeing something?
The rotation got larger.
How so?
It got, as in, it increased its size by 50%. And the
Which
spectrum
scan?
width is starting to show some sort of lowering. I'm on the latest scan. I just got another scan of velocities, and some of them can't even register.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing too. So that probably means they're.
It's
It's gonna be interesting, chat. And if I turn off de-aliasing, you can just see it just blows up. So the winds at this point could be exceeding the radar potential, and that is definitely very dangerous. And if we look at this, we have a little bit of a donut hole on reflectivity, and plus just that classic inflow notch. So just
one
get
thing
under.
I also do want to mention too. Yeah, definitely get to your safe space. But one thing I do want to mention real quickly is another hidden possibility due to the fact of how high it is. It's not just because of winds actually being stronger above the surface, of a tornadic rotation, but also it's very difficult for the radar to correctly pinpoint winds at that height as well, due to the fact of how far the radar beam actually has to travel and read back different values to the radar. So something to keep in mind with that too is that it could also kind of be because of that.
Mm-hmm.
Don't miss. Thank you. Latest scan for the Mitchell cell shows intensification.
Yeah, a little bit. Oh boy. And what is that? 101 and 38. Potentially higher.
No, 101 and 49.
Yeah. Hey. Hey,
National.
National Weather Service, can you wake up? That might be something you'll want to do.
Starting to lower. The spectrum width is starting to lower. I wouldn't be surprised if this thing starts to form some sort of lowering
Second
wall
PDS
cloud.
in 2 days, chat. Is it possible?
Could
Is it
possibly. I would be
possible?
surprised. That is just zoom out and look at the reflectivity on that thing. Oh my.
Yup.
Oh.
Inflow notch. Yay. We love some.
Dude, actually.
I see no debris ball on
Nope. You wouldn't be able to see
CC, especially considering right now it's in open territory, so you really can't see much.
I gotta say, it is inflow dominant. That's scary.
Hasn't it been inflow dominant the whole time?
It's before it was teetering to leaning as an inflow dominant cell. Now it is excessively inflow dominant. Yeah, some of the inflow is
juice like nothing of this is happening right now.
The inflow has actually seeded. Some of the velocities are actually missing. The hook,
range folding, and it's range folding too, which sucks. Whether it was Seth, CC drop, nothing. No, sir.
My goodness. That is starting to say, 3D crap. I actually want to see it for myself. I'm taking a look at it for...
Oh, shoot.
Ooh!
Holy crap.
That is the most narrow and dominant inflow notch I've seen since probably the cell in Texas. That is starting to pique my interest significantly.
Just gonna lit volume this sucker. You can see it there, and if you ISO surface it, it's even more present. Even as you go down into the higher levels, it's there, chat. It's even in there into the reds. You can see that arch is what we look for when determining. I can't speak. Is determining a word? I think it is. When determining inflow notches and potential inflow dominant cells. So that is something to keep in mind. That's insane. And yeah, like Nate said, these are the velocity pixels are starting to render out because it's so strong. I'm gonna keep an eye on this warnings page. This could go PDS soon, ladies and gents.
I don't know, something fun. It's preparing to cycle. Look towards the rear.
chat. Leave me here a while.
Look at the rear. Look at the rear. Look at the rear of the storm, like towards the west of the inflow notch. If you look at velocities...
Hang on. So I need to 3D this again. Hayot. To the west of the inflow notch?
It's just to the rear of the storm in general. The west of the rear flank downdraft. If you take a look, you can see some sort of rain being wrapped down, and if you go to the velocities, you can actually see a general area of decent... Oh my god, it's intensified. Both of them have intensified.
I need a new frame.
Both of them have intensified within the latest scan. That is, Alright, I think I might actually want to run. I'm going to just, Yeah, I think I'm gonna, like, just sacrifice myself to the tornado gods. I might actually want to do that.
Holy Jesus.
Are you seeing what
I
I'm
got the
seeing?
new frame.
Are you
Wow.
seeing the two rotations? Do you see
Holy
both?
crap.
Oh my god, is that a new frame that I just
Can't
got?
rule out the cell in between Mitchell and Fulton right now. That actually does look decent. We'll see what happens with that. But, Trip, you need to be in your safe space right now. This is a very dangerous storm.
Try 118 mile per hour delta velocity for the original rotation.
And don't mess with the broccoli god. Nate needs to go live right now.
I
right
don't
here,
need to
chat.
go live.
He's
I'm
right
right
here,
here.
chat. He's right here.
Morgan's basically doing the exact same thing as I am, and plus I'm also
David Schlotthauer isn't even live. He literally quit.
He's not. I don't need to go live. Morgan's doing the exact same thing as I'm doing. Granted, if people
He's still better at
Trip, if people are in Trip and they want knowledge, they'll go to his stream. Believe me, there's not a lot of people in North Dakota or South Dakota, depending upon where this is. Yeah, this is South Dakota. There's not a lot of people in South Dakota or from South Dakota that go to my stream. So,
do you know how to speak English, Nate?
Nah, I don't want to hear it. You do it too. What? I just saw a velocity value on the rear inflow. 87 miles per hour.
What in the...
It's trying to recycle. This is actually starting to get pretty interesting. I'm not going to lie. The latest scan just showed a bunch of chaos. However, one thing I do want to mention, There is a scattered thunderstorm out in front of the actual inflow notch. If you can actually take a look at that. So the first rotation might actually be coming to a screeching halt. Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows?
Holy frick, and I wasn't even paying attention. We got a plethora of severe thunderstorm warnings down in Nebraska right now for baby cells.
I'm going to be quite frank with you. You're not missing a lot with the Mitchell cell.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
You're
none of
not
them are
missing.
tor possible, so I'm not going to really focus on them.
Hi, Buzz. I am with it. 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 I ain't with it. Actually, I'm really curious. It's 11:23.
11:23 Eastern Daylight Time.
Yep.
Because we all
What
know
the
Eastern
heck
is the
is
best time zone.
Oh yeah.
I can just imagine Abby has entered the chat.
Be graced by her presence.
Mm-hmm.
Um, both the rotations have decided to sustain, and the original
I
one
expect them to
is
recycle soon.
honestly, I think the thunderstorm literally merged with the first rotation, or at least caused some sort of convergence, making it a bit stronger. So, yeah, there's that
Yeah,
much.
that's where we're at right now.
Yeah, honestly, I kind of want to go downstairs and get some pop. I honestly do.
By all means, go ahead.
I don't care if I have to wake up at 7:30 in the morning. I'll probably continue to watch anime after this.
Why are you waking up at 7:30 for the?
Getting my driver's license. Actually, I already got my driver's license, but I'm getting my driver's license for Pennsylvania because I live here. Not to mention, it's kind of expired, and it was coronavirus's fault for me not being able to renew it. So,
Yeah, so you can't get blamed for that.
yep. Although I haven't been pulled over yet, so I haven't really had a reason to try and persuade people to, call me illegal. Not call me illegal. How many coughings have I killed? Let's see. Well, let's just use outrage and kill it. There we go. That's another coughing dead. Latest scan just showed chaos.
Mm-hmm.
Although I will say it might be trying to gust out a little bit more.
Yeah,
Which,
potentially.
in all honesty, if this thing does gust out, it'd be primed for recycling.
Mm-hmm. So, in terms of this storm potentially recycling, the tick marks on storm tracks, if I believe, are 15 minutes per. So, if you happen to be in the Parkston area, you are likely going to be seeing this tornadic storm in about 30-35 minutes. So you guys need to monitor this very closely if you happen to be in that area. Oh my god, I'm so congested. It definitely does look interesting and definitely could strengthen and recycle. So something interesting to pay attention to. I'm so congested.
Yeah, if the rotation out in front actually gusts out and seeds, the new rotation out behind near Delmont will come in to take its place, and that's the full recycle
Yeah, so
process.
either way, we're going to be talking about a dangerous situation in a little while, folks. New tornado warning. This will include Hutchinson County. That's going to be in effect until 11 p.m. Central Daylight Time for tornado and tennis ball-sized hail. I would like to point out that this does include the town of Parkston and also the town of Dimcock, damn it. Dimmock. So if you guys happen to be in those areas, you definitely need to take your precautions. Get into the lowest, innermost part of your building or your basement, particularly a bathroom or closet or a room with no windows to put yourself between, or put as many walls between you and the tornadic rotation as possible. So again, this will be near Parkston in about 30 to 35 minutes, depending on how this plays out. If we get a new storm track, it may actually may be moving more towards Dimmock, and it may miss Parkston a little bit more, but regardless, Parkston, you'll be seeing it in about 30 minutes. So be prepared for at least some strong wind gusts if it's not tornadic at your place. The original tornadic rotation may be getting a little disorganized, but like Nate said, this would take its place, and it would be a bad situation. So we could be talking about something ridiculous here in a few moments, chat. I'm so congested. Holy crap. Can I help you?
I'm your parent. I'm entitled to come into your room at 11:30 and check out what you're doing.
Tornado warning, so that's really what's... Oh! Hey! Nate? Check the Fulton rotation.
2 seconds. I'm kind of like trying to multitask here. Okay, you said the Fulton rotation.
The Fulton rotation.
A little bit of de-aliasing, but yeah, it's definitely starting to intensify.
What are you laughing
A
about?
little bit.
De-aliasing and stuff like that.
A little bit. Yeah, I think this thing is primed for recycling, I'm gonna be completely honest.
Mm-hmm.
How much longer
Both
do you think
cells.
we're gonna be?
No clue. I'll keep quiet, though.
Sleep is also important.
I know.
Mm.
You think I know out of all people?
Expect me to wake you up before noon.
Okay. That's fair.
Is it really my fault? Those other guys I killed 40 of them! These freaking coughings. Plebs.
Not intentional. So it seems like Storm Track may be headed towards Parkston again, so that'll be hitting your area in about 25 minutes, 25 minutes it looks like. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, it might be actually trying to recycle.
Uh-huh.
It's trying to do that.
In which,
There's
at
three
which
areas
point, it would recycle right on top of Parkston. So,
There's
if you are in that area, just take your precautions. Just
Morgan.
ensure your safety.
There's 3 areas of rotation. The one near Delmont is its own thing. There is a new
Are you serious?
weak area of rotation near Trip. And it actually shows on reflectivity that there's a hook near there. If
You
it
have
surges
got to
its
be
rear
kidding
flank-
me. You have got to...
If it surges its rear flank downdraft around, that could be
Twin
the pair,
tornadoes, gamers.
could possibly. We are looking up 5,000 feet up in the sky, so anything is possible.
Twin tornadoes.
I don't see a debris signature yet. I will say that, but we are taking a look at a donut hole now.
In terms
for
of
the,
CC drop chat, first of all, there's hail. Second of all, you wouldn't be able to tell since this isn't really in much of a populated area, so the CC won't do much. Um, yeah, so we have a recouplet of the first rotation. Second rotation's doing its own thing. And the thing near Fulton is also coupled.
I just took a look at the latest scan. I wouldn't be surprised
It's
if this
just
was
doing
on the
its
ground
own
at one
thing.
point. I honestly wouldn't be surprised.
Bro, if the thing near Spencer and Bristow actually does something,
If the
it's
thing
a
near Trip actually intensifies,
it's a
that will
disorganized
actually come off the
mess.
ground no matter what. My God, this is this is chaos. We'll do admit it. I get you.
Twin or triplets? It would be twin. I doubt triplets. And even twin is going to be very rare. New frame. People keep snapping me.
I'm very confused.
Morgan, do you think tomorrow is going to be November 17th, 2013 2.0?
Okay. Nani? What? That's like 10 miles wide. I mean, the general rotation's pretty large. Okay.
Yeah.
What the?
Yeah, November 17th, 2013 2.0 is a stretch.
Oh.
I'm going to be completely honest with you. Do you have a new frame?
Yeah. It's interesting.
It's questionable right now. Bro, the thing near Bristow's getting its act together again.
Better not.
You better not.
One near Fulton actually is looking interesting.
Bop, bop. I have to plug in my phone soon.
Is it really my fault?
Once again, it's been a while since I've been on your last stream. No worries. No worries, Electro. Got a mess going on right now, but it's interesting.
Oh, chaos is definitely ensued. I'm guaranteeing that much.
Today would have justified a 10%.
5% was fine, but if they did a 5% across the board, I would have been happier.
We kind of picked and chose their spots.
Yeah.
Rotation stew seems legit. Keep an eye on. That's not new. That's old. This is 10 minutes ago. Oh wow, I just lost focus in my eyes there for a sec. The advantages of having low blood pressure, sometimes lose your vision. Let's call it an event. I agree.
I'm just... Alright. That's...
Can I get a new frame, please? Like, for real. It hasn't really done much. So let's see what we got in terms of direction. I'm going to storm track this. So now it seems to be headed to the direct north and east, which means that it would miss both Parkston and likely miss Milltown as well. Best case scenario, if it can miss all possible towns in that area.
Mm-hmm.
But the second rotation could either hit Parkston or Dimmock, so that'll be very interesting to watch.
It's just playing musical chairs right now. I'm gonna be completely honest.
Yeah, that's a really good way of putting it. Broccoli and tangerine stew? Ew.
Ooh, what the hell?
What is ew?
Actually, I'm curious.
So we have a big fat tornado possible severe thunderstorm warning now. This is going to potentially replace or just add to another tornado warning. This will be for Davison, Douglas, Hanson, and Hutchinson counties. That'll be in stop snapping me. That'll be in effect until 11:15 p.m. Central Daylight Time for 2-inch hail and 60 mile per hour wind gusts, and it is tornado possible. So that'll be interesting to see.
The Storm Prediction Center actually got this right. There's a 5% over this area. But there isn't anything like big happening, upstream. There was a couple tornado warnings down near Minnesota and stuff like that. But, this is actually pretty decent.
Mm-hmm. We've gotten absolutely nothing I would like to point out in Mississippi today, so there's that. I think we got one tornado possible severe thunderstorm warning, and that was it. And plus, if you look at this, the hail is SIG across the board, so they got that right.
The good news is that
number 1 Nebraskan has arrived. Welcome, aesthetical.
AJ. It has the gain on full blast today. Do I really have that? Do I need to turn down the gain?
It's not that bad. It might just be I have you too loud.
Maybe. I can just turn myself down a little bit.
That's not that bad. Should not be that bad. Yeah, AJ has entered the chat.
Sounds about right.
I should.
Alright, come on. Pick up the kill. Boom! He's dead. Yeah, this storm is just basically fiddling with us now. It's starting to recycle all the way through. It's lost its gust front that it used to have. And it's just merged into this frickin' whatever this rotation is. My god. It's just doing whatever it wants at this point.
Mm-hmm.
It just needs to search his rear flank downdraft more. Then you got your nadir.
Why are there so many people snapping me now?
Why
am I so popular?
Who knows? The struggle. Alright, let's see. Grab apple. Don't miss.
Can we get rips in chat for a day?
Particularly when you record something good. I spent 30 minutes before a football game trying to find the right mic settings. Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Basically, it's the hot takes that we were taking on a Weather Buzz, AJ. How freaking stupid.
AJ, you should have been here for the beginning of the stream.
Basically, I was.
He went off. Nate went off.
I basically called a bunch of other weather. Well, I implied that there are some other weather YouTubers who are inferior in knowledge, and for that reason,
we all know, chat. We all know, chat, who one of those people are. We all know. We all know. I don't even need to say his name.
It's very
We just
upset
know.
with it.
We just know.
I also was surprised as to how he had 200 viewers at the same time. But you know what? That's okay.
What
I don't
the
really.
heck?
Yeah, he had 220 at one point.
No,
It
no,
was
no, no,
so
no,
funny.
no, 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 no. Out in front of the actual rotation now. Completely new thing. It looks ridiculous. Headed right for Milltown, I think. I'm gonna storm track it. Headed to just miss Milltown. What
Oh,
is that?
that's an inflow band.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the inflow kind of surgeon in there. It's having a whale of a time.
and allow me to point out that the tornado warning that's going to be still in effect for Davison, Sanborn, Minor, and Hanson counties is probably going to be let expire. It doesn't look too impressive at this point, a little bit broad at this point. Probably will be replaced with a tornado, possible severe thunderstorm
Are
warning.
you,
Best guess.
bruh?
Bruh. What? Look between Gross and Lynch. This is right next to the border of Nebraska and South Dakota. Look there.
I'm gonna say the same thing as I said before with the other storms. It's looking up 9,700 feet up in the sky.
That's very true. But still kind of bonkers if you ask me. So
It does look like
Keep an eye on it.
divergence a little bit.
keep an eye on it.
I gotta say, the reflectivity on it is now starting to surge its downdraft a bit more. RFD is starting to look really nice on the storm that we've been all watching.
Yep.
Ooh, we're back in town.
If it can just get its act together, we got a thing.
For show.
For show.
I wouldn't say it's a microburst per se. I'd say it's more of just a general downdraft, maybe more of a rear flank one. But screw it, AJ, go do it. I can't join you because I'm probably gonna either A, watch a bit more anime, or B, go to sleep because I gotta get my driver's license early tomorrow morning. Because freaking coronavirus had to expire my driver's license. I was gonna use it to
If you get pulled over on the way to getting your driver's license tomorrow, you will lose all. You will just complete. What are you gonna do if that happens?
I'm gonna plan for that to not happen.
How can you plan for the unexpected?
Honestly, you're not
We
wrong
stumped him,
there.
chat. We stumped him, chat. We did it. We did it.
What happened? What happened?
I said we stumped him.
I don't even know what happened.
You were just sitting there in silence thinking about what I said.
No, I was playing Pokemon here. You gotta remember, I'm triple tasking now. I'm working on my program for my new visuals on my stream, and playing Pokemon and talking about the weather.
Mm-hmm. Alright, it's starting to surge its rear flank downdraft again a little bit more. And oh my god.
But at the same time,
Look at my screen.
what did you do?
When it actually freaking loads.
Yeah, the sell off to the north looks pretty nice. Sell off to the south looks pretty nice.
Oh my god. Look at this thing.
Yeah, it's having a whale of a time. I've got the 4 panels on it, actually.
That's a good idea. I haven't thought of that all stream.
It's not.
So
It's not aesthetically pleasing to the stream. I'll tell you that.
yeah.
But you might want to use 2 panels, but yeah, I've been using 4 panels just so I can.
If you're looking at the reflectivity in CC, you guys can see the similarities in the views. In terms of the... That's not a debris ball, I gotta remember that. There's range folding too, which sucks. I'm just gonna freaking do... but what I'm talking about, you guys can see all of this.
Oh yeah, no, that's a donut hole. But the thing about it is that that's not really the main area of rotation. However, it might actually be trying to recycle. So, but it has a donut hole nevertheless. It might be trying to actually, as we mentioned before, maybe recycle. Do a mezzo
Christina
handoff.
S. What state? This is South Dakota. Southeastern South Dakota. You know, I'm actually going to save this picture.
Save that image.
Yeah. Oh, dang it. Previous frame, because I want the actual hole. Tire window.
Part of me thinks it's actually doing a mezzo handoff right now. If not, might actually have the new rotation take over. I think it might have actually recycled in front of our very eyes. I wouldn't be surprised, to be completely honest with you.
Yep. Yeah, like you've been mentioning, it's starting to just it's starting to surge its rear flank downdraft a little bit more. So
yeah,
could potentially be seeing that.
Spectrum width is actually starting to boost bolster up a little bit. We might actually start to see some sort of lowering every now and then. We might, but it's literally right near where the rotation is. And if you actually look hard enough on reflectivity, you can actually see the little mini hook in and around that area. So just a little ball. Latest scan shows it's still relatively broad, but there is some general
definitely
rotation.
could start getting tighter.
Hey, a critical hit. I love it.
Well, my headphones are gonna freaking die. God damn it. Where's my charging cable?
Sounds about right.
Is this it? No, it's not.
Don't know why. I get jealous, but I'm too cool to admit it.
Frick that. Where is it?
Don't miss. Thank you. Oh, God. Oh, he uses memento. Okay. You're going to go record a quick little podcast rant about how awful 2020 is, and then I'll be back. That sounds good, AJ. Sounds like what I would do. I'm going to be completely honest. You know what's pretty interesting? I'm not sure if this is de-aliasing or not. But the latest velocity scans of the inflow notch, the latest velocity scan, are looking pretty interesting, if I do say so.
Oh, it's back behind my laptop. God bless. That's frustrating.
Sounds about right.
Plug this into my cell phone because it's about to die. Plug this in. Okay, you're gonna hear a bunch of noises, chat.
Yeah, basically what's happening right now is the inflow notch has gotten stronger. I'm seeing some velocity value and upwards of almost 95 miles per hour in one single pixel. You can see delta velocity values and upwards of 125, 126 I'm seeing in some
Holy
spots. So
freaking hell. Yeah, that's kind of ridiculous. I can't tell if that's de-aliasing, but it literally lost the pixels in the previous frame, so it might not be.
I hate
So,
life.
if you guys do happen to be in this area, even if a tornado warning does not get reissued, which if it doesn't, I'm going to yell and scream. Please go ahead and take your precautions for this. And it's not de-aliasing, headed right for Milltown. So if you guys are in the Milltown area or know anyone there, get underground or into the lowest innermost part of your building, particularly a bathroom or closet, to put as many walls between yourself and the tornadic rotation as possible, as it could get ugly, folks.
Get pretty dicey with this thing.
Okay, gotta
Would
freaking
not be
plug in my
surprised.
headphones because
Oh yeah, the velocities aren't a fraud. They're not a fraud. That's
Nope.
absolutely mental.
that's
Oh
ridiculous.
my god.
We gotta keep an eye on that. We gotta keep an eye on that. Gotta keep an eye on that.
136 mile per hour delta velocity.
Yup.
Hey
Hey AJ, how's that podcast going?
I think he said he'd be back
Yeah, I
after
know.
a while.
I know. That's why.
Well, I'm slow to get the joke.
So I'm going to just mark where the real center of rotation is and storm track it. So in terms of Milltown, you might get some of the gusty winds in terms of the outbound winds, but in terms of inbound and outbound winds, there's actually a little bit surrounding the Milltown area that could theoretically get closer together and form another tornadic rotation. You guys, if you need to be in this area, if you're in this area or whatever this little area is up here, looks like a bit of a trailer park. Oh Jesus! You guys need to take your precautions.
Possible debris signature. I'm not joking. Latest scan
Oh,
it's
holy frick!
it's scary when you see one pixel of 104 and another one of freaking 45. That's 130 knot delta velocity.
We got a new tornado warning for McCook, Hanson, and Hutchinson. This is until 11:30 p.m. Central. For tornado and 2-inch hail. This is not confirmed at the present moment. But if we take a look at it, yeah. Oh
That's
my god.
That's 150 mile per hour delta velocity.
So this is actually going to be headed right for Emory. So if you're in the Emory area, you need to take your precautions, get underground or into the lowest innermost part of your building, particularly a bathroom or closet, put as many walls between yourself and the tornadic rotation as possible. Especially Milltown, who's about to maybe miss this by a very, very close margin. So
I'd say, I wouldn't even say that they are missing it. They'll get hit by the rear flank downdraft.
yeah,
So,
there could actually be a debris signature. Holy shit. Holy shit.
Latest scan shows not as
PDS
much
now.
of the signatures, but still, well, when it comes to debris, but I mean,
PDS not yet right now. Easter 2.0 occurring, don't say that. Actually Milltown's about to get it. Milltown's about to get it. For sure Milltown's about to get it.
bruh. This is a bruh moment.
Can we get a bruh in chat, please? Don't be a weenie and don't overhype. Just don't make a situation sound more dangerous than it already is. This is already shaping up to be a really interesting and dangerous situation. And towns are small enough out here in southeastern South Dakota where a frickin' entire tornadic rotation could swallow up one city or town. So, you need to keep that in mind. Don't be you know who. This is getting pretty cooked. Milltown will likely... Oh my god, stop snapping me. Milltown will likely... I should just turn off my notifications. What am I doing? Milltown will likely get hit by this. It is actually being hit by this right now. But the... Don't tell me you got a new frame and it looks absolutely mental.
Might possibly have a debris signature, maybe.
On CC.
Maybe.
Well, there's a big, fat blue spot.
Yes,
so...
but right next to it, there's a little blue dot inside, right near the rotation.
Okay.
There's a little blue dot there. And that's where I'm questioning as to whether or not there could possibly be a
place
tornado
marker, and that would be right in the middle of the that would be right in the middle of the rotation and of the inflow notch. So, ladies and gents,
maybe
if you are in these areas, you need to
get out of Dodge. Move out. For the love of God. I don't want to... You don't want to deal with this anymore. Crazy. Oh.
Can I get a new frame, please?
This thing surges.
You aren't going to see the velocity signatures we saw on Easter for a long time. I will actually pull up. I think I still have the photos from Easter. Or my screenshots that I took. Let me see if I can pull that up. No photos. Google.com. I promise there's no pornography here. I mean, scroll down to April. Let me see. Yes, I take photography. And I have a whole Stephen A. Smith photo collection. Don't judge.
Oh, I do too, so... Boomburst.
Frick, what? Are these...
Boomburst is a special move. No, I don't want to learn Boomburst. Boomburst is stupid.
Let me check what I...
Okay. That doesn't look nice.
Yeah.
125 mile per hour delta velocity, anyone?
Yeah. Lovely. Yeah, so I have all of these saved up from Easter, and I'm actually going to upload them.
Be it. This man shoots dingers.
Upload.
Oh, I completely forgot.
What? Words.
Okay, so we don't
Nathan,
know what ability
words.
it has. Knock off. Boom. Did about half. Oh, it actually had something. And then it exploded.
Okay, I'm
Very
currently
nice.
uploading the photos that I had, or the screenshots that I had from Easter to Google Photos, so...
What
Let's
the hell?
see. We have a
new
new...
tornado warning.
Yeah, for Minor County. That's going to be for the, for what was, indicated
Fulton cell.
further north. What is this? That is the most disorganized crap I've seen.
Look at reflectivity. That boy has a hook.
Holy crap. Wow.
What the hell?
I want
What
to
is the one in
3D the
south?
crap out of that.
One to the south. That is massive rotation.
Nate. 3D
That
that.
thing.
3D that. 3D
What
that.
the
3D the newest tornado warning. And look at
Oh,
that
dude.
inflow notch.
Oh boy.
Big fuck off inflow notch. And today's the 10th. Or the 9th.
Oh
No, it's the 9th. 6, 9. That's
that is.
incredible.
Use ISO surface.
Yeah, it looks even. Oh, oh boy.
That right there, my friend, is chaos. All right, well, I'll allow you to have fun with that. Just to inform you, the cell to the south is actually still looking mental. It's got
That is unbelievable. I'm sending that to chat on Discord.
that looks really photogenic. I'm not gonna lie.
AFN.
Um. I'm gonna choose my words wisely here. I wouldn't be surprised if this storm is on the ground right now, the one to the south for Hanson, Hutchinson, and McCook counties. I wouldn't be surprised. The spectrum width has lowered. The velocities have tightened significantly.
I'm just gonna print screen this and send it to chat real quick. I'm gonna now go back. That inflow notch is gorgeous.
Oh, that's photogenic.
So I'm gonna have that photo. I'm not gonna make it the thumbnail, but I have that photo for.
You can get the thumbnail. That's what I typically do.
I'm not gonna make it right now. I don't got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that, Nathan.
Well, true.
There's 2 spots here, I think, with this storm again. And yeah, spectrum width just did a thing. So.
Bring in cyanide.
We actually still have.
For any of you who know what Pokemon is in the latest generation with the Galarian region, I caught a shiny Flapple, and I named it Cyanide. So whenever I say bring in Cyanide, that's the reason.
And can I just bring something up? Stevens, please don't start drama. We don't really need that right now. Thank you.
I think I do want to
Don't really
this
start
thing
anything.
might still be on the ground.
There could potentially be a lowering in the northern storm? Question mark? Oh, for sure.
There might be.
There might be, yeah.
But the one on the
That
south
is
looks absolutely...
so... That inflow notch.
What, the one to the north or the south?
Yeah, the one to the north. I'm not going to be able to get over that. That's just ridiculous.
Oh, yeah. Actually, I'm going to take a picture for myself.
Yeah, you should save that. Yeah. You can even go much further. It is ridiculous. You'll see that arch that we typically look for in inflow notches. And just look right in there and you'll see it. That's unbelievable. Even looking at lit volume, you can see it. Like...
Your green looks so much more
insane.
photogenic. How about you just send me the picture of it over Discord after the stream?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll stay on call with you for a little bit after stream. I don't know when I'm going to end. Realistically, I want to try and get to the end of this big threat, but hell knows how long that'll take.
Do we see anything in Mississippi? Honestly, not right now. Not really. I've been paying attention to Mississippi as well. I've got just a bunch of my radar stuff across the board. But how do you apply for mod? I don't know.
How do you apply for mod? Join my server and DM me, and I'll talk to you about it. I do have some unspoken rules that I will put into my Discord server about being a mod. So I'll get into that. Here, Nate, I'll just...
wait, is that your personal one?
What do you mean?
Is
Nate,
that your personal Discord server that you're sending him to?
No, my meteorology server I'm talking about. There's the photo of it. I can send you better photos of it later on.
What happened to the dark green one that you sent in Storm Central?
That was AFN that I sent it in. I don't...
Oh, that was... Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was it.
You know what you could do? Instead of print screening it, you can go to the top left corner.
That's what I've been doing for most of them.
It would probably be better if you did that.
3, save. Wait, 1.
Okay, how many coffins did I kill?
This to you.
64.
The frick pictures.
Oh shit! Wait, did the thing update?
No, I sent that to you. I'm gonna have to close out of this, which is gonna be tough, but I really should. Because I need to be taking a look at everything else other than just gawking at that inflow notch. So in terms of this storm that's headed towards Emory, it could well... No, never mind. Local TV weatherman said tornado possible tonight from North Mississippi. Oh my god, I want to sleep at some point tonight.
It's just going to be an ongoing risk due to Cristobal. It's not really anything that you can do
back to bed.
about it.
Again, if you will please check DMs after stream. Yeah, I'll be sure to check that. Sorry I haven't been able to do it now. I just kind of have my hands full. So, definitely take a look after stream. Appreciate you stopping by. Nate, we have a report. As of 6 minutes ago, we have a large funnel cloud reported by a train spotter near Roswell. This is the northern tornado warning. So, this is Minor County.
Surprised?
This is Minor County. So, keep that in mind. And also entering South Dakota right now near Wagner. That looks dangerous. Again, that is looking high in the sky, but it's getting closer. So, we'll continue to monitor that. You see something on my birthday, June 18 in Virginia. I want to celebrate my birthday. Here's a fun fact, Anish. We share the same birthday. So there's that.
Oh, crap.
It's hard to say, though, as of right now. It's hard to say. Well, now we have that, which sucks.
You know what else sucks?
The fact that you can't take down the massive number of coughings that are in your game right now.
No, quite the opposite.
Oh, okay.
I killed all of them, and now I don't have any more.
Can we get rips in chat for the coughings? Also, I appreciate the viewer count. Got a large number of viewers for what I usually get on this, on these streams, and especially considering how late at night it is. I appreciate everyone tuning in and sticking around.
Where are you at specifically, Joey? In South Dakota, we can help you out.
Yeah, we have another severe thunderstorm warning. This is tornado possible. This is going to be for Davison, Minor, McCook, Hanson, and North Central Hutchinson. That's going to be in effect until 11:45 p.m. Central Daylight Time for 2-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Again, this is tornado possible, so it does involve this tornado warned cell. And the fact that the Roswell thing has a large funnel cloud reported is a little concerning.
Yeah.
And it's not even law enforcement; it's trained weather spotters, so we know it's legit.
Ooh, okay. So,
Wagner,
Joey, I would say
Emery?
Joey, you need to go ahead and
You need to get into your safe space. Get into the lowest innermost part of your building, particularly a bathroom or closet, with no windows, because you have tornadic rotation headed towards you. You need to be in your safe space. Like I said, basement, bathroom, or closet with no windows to put yourself with as many walls between yourself and the tornadic rotation as possible. This is definitely has the potential to go tornadic. And I'm sorry I'm not letting you speak, Nate, but
yeah, I've got some timings for him. It'll be impacting him in about 15 minutes. So
yes.
if he wants, he can actually get some just in case if this thing does produce a tornado, you can get helmets, protective gear, something like that, pillows,
Yes.
shoes on, just in case if debris gets in your general vicinity.
Yes.
So something to keep in mind
So,
there.
We're gonna stay tuned with this. I'll keep that in mind for you. But just keep that in mind. As long as you're in your safe space, you should be okay. This is not as dangerous as it did look minutes ago, but it is still definitely a threat. So keep that in mind. I wonder how they reported the funnel cloud to the north near Roswell. Probably lightning.
Probably a lot of lightning. Who knows? There may have been some people who are going out late at night chasing this thing.
Mm-hmm.
If you take those precautions, Joey, you'll be fine.
You'll be fine. The key thing is don't panic, because if you panic, it'll be worse. I know that's really difficult to try and do, but it's really key.
The best way I can describe
possible.
Best way I can describe weather to you, especially severe weather, is it's all basically rain falling from the sky. So if you think of it like that, you should be all right. With hail, it's just frozen rain coming from the sky. With severe gusts of wind, it's just fast-moving rain, hitting hard in specific spots. For tornadoes, it's just spinning rain with a lot of wind. Hurricanes, larger spinning winds with a lot of rain. If you think of it like that, and it's not as scary. But
yes, but just make sure you are in your safe space. Take shelter immediately. This is something headed your way, so just please be aware of that. And we have a new frame here, and it looks interesting. Very interesting. Oh my god. That inflow notch. I'm just gonna keep saving photos of that because that's just glorious.
You're addicted
and I got
to that thing.
and I got the space on my computer to do it.
Yep, I recommend taking proper precautions.
Is he in the town?
God, I just want to kill the
coughing. What in?
I will say, it has weakened a bit.
Yes, which is very good news.
I don't see a debris signature on it at all. However, au contraire to the other storm to the north.
Yes.
That is starting to kind of
You
look
should save
interesting.
it. You should save pictures of that inflow notch for yourself. Like, that's insanity.
A lot of trees surrounding it. Well, you should be fine, honestly, if you continue to take your precautions. Even if you know anyone who lives in these areas too, I would tell them as well to get to their safe space. Where it.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a large inflow notch on the northern cell.
that's insane.
Yeah, all we can do is pray. We can only pray for the ones who are going to be impacted by the storm, by these storms. Back in 2011, I decided. Honey,
All these places have a bunch of
I want
landmines.
to
There's a
go
lot of trees
to a
around here.
minute.
Best thing you can do is take shelter immediately. It's not worth your life to run outside and wait for a tornado to approach. Yeah, especially at night. Don't wait to see or hear a tornado. Even if there is frequent lightning around, do not wait to see or hear a tornado. If you are in the warning, take your precautions. And that inflow
Yeah,
notch really just closed. In
he's
terms of a
not.
thing
He's
near
not done
Roswell.
yet. He definitely needs to kind of just continue to monitor this. I would say it's gonna start possibly impacting your area in around 5 to 10 minutes. So,
So you need
Joey,
to be in your safe
just
space right now.
I think now is probably the time. The wait and the anticipation is probably gonna kill you. But rather have you safe than sorry, my friend. So. We're not trying to overhype this or anything. We actually do care about people's livelihoods. So
If you think we want people to die, that's completely and
idiotic.
totally fucked up. So we're not gonna go there. We pray for the best for you, Joey, and I know you're praying too. So just know your safe space, be in it, and you'll most likely be okay. I'm just gonna stop taking pictures of that inflow notch for right now.
You might actually want to change your title now to like shit hit the fan and weather or something like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna take care of that.
You can quickly do that in Streamlabs by going to the pencil above the live chat, and you can do it that way.
Live severe weather coverage.
Oh, I would have just said shit hit the fan and weather, but okay.
Hit the fan in Nebraska and South Dakota.
Well, it would have been nice if you included weather because now still no one knows.
Severe weather coverage.
Okay, close enough. Isn't hail a sign? Hail is typically a sign for just a thunderstorm to generally be in your vicinity. So, I mean, you are experiencing some of the conditions. Updraft hits the fan, maybe.
Nah. So the tornado warning actually for that storm has subsided, but still you need to be in your safe space.
Looks
So
like
there's
it's
still some rotation associated with it. It looks to be kind of crumbling on the scene, but please do still take your precautions.
I just got the latest scan and it said contrary.
Really?
Trying to organize.
I have a scan from 19.
But if you take a look at the scan prior, there's a lot worse than the scan prior.
True. We'll see how that goes. Okay.
I decided. No, get away from me, giant bird. Bird up. Jealous when I'm too cool to admit it. I don't want to deal with the snow.
Seems legit. It was mental at one point. Yeah, huh?
Dude, it was. I saw 150-mile-per-hour delta velocity. That's more than mental. At the surface, I wouldn't be
That's
surprised if he had
PDS.
velocity numbers.
That's
Well, I would be
PDS.
surprised if he
But
had
that's up in the
velocity
sky.
numbers at like 100.
Mm-hmm.
Would not be surprised.
This inflow notch is dying. I got like hundreds of pictures though, which is an extreme exaggeration, but still pretty sexy. So this really just missed Emery completely.
Not quite. Still got the rear flank downdraft
You
winds
do
to
have
deal
the
with.
rear flank downdraft, but all the precipitation is missing, and the main rotation
He's
is
getting
missing.
hail.
So please just remain in your shelter, but you will most likely be okay.
He's getting the hail.
That's true. Yeah. Alexandria is getting the brunt of it. Occlusion is occurring
Good.
at the moment. Yep. Indeed.
EDP 445 seems legit. The Galarian wheezing, bruh.
I'm glad I went live.
Glad you did too, because I didn't have to deal with it.
How many times did you get pinged again, you said?
17.
17?
Did not enjoy that, must say.
What did you say to most of the people about it?
I just didn't respond.
Oh, oof. Left him on open. Oof.
Not my fault. I was watching anime, so all due respect.
Thank you very much. No problem, Joey. Glad you're gonna be alright. I gotta send streaks at some point, too. God damn it.
Yeah, it looks like he'll get some gusty winds in a couple of seconds. He's starting to deal with that outflow boundary that the storm had created. I ain't with it. I ain't with it. I ain't with it. I ain't with it. I ain't with it.
You can go
Yeah,
all the
he's
way
going to be
back.
dealing with some gusty winds in a couple of seconds. I'd say within the next
Yep.
few minutes, he'll be getting that.
You will, for the most part, be all right though. So that is the best news. Out of this whole situation, it did look mental at one point, so we're glad that it's gonna be fine. You might even miss the majority of the wins.
Nah, he's getting a outflow boundary right now.
Yeah, I was gonna make a video tonight, about Wednesday and tomorrow, quite
Keyword
honestly. But this just completely said nope. So.
How is Mitchell looking?
Mitchell what?
Where is Mitchell?
Oh, Mitchell is to the east of the tornadic rotation that just missed Emery. So Mitchell is just fine. They're mostly just getting some rain and potentially a few gusty winds. Really nothing much in terms of hail or anything though. Mitchell's for the most part just fine. Yeah, Mitchell's actually a decently sized area, it looks like. But yep, they're out of this severe thunderstorm warning. They could, however, potentially be in the next severe thunderstorm warning issued for this cell near Delmont, which does have some okay looking velocities. So that'll be something to keep in mind. Potentially going on later today. Later tonight, later this morning, at least in Eastern time. It's 12:27 where I'm at. How many tornado confirmed?
Quite a few.
4 looks like. Yep, 4. As in these move through along with the cooler air, they will lose intensity.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah,
air's already
for the most part.
destabilizing right now.
I'm actually gonna look.
Yes,
fact
more
that they-
coughings.
The fact that they didn't. I love how I was called a weenie 2 times on Storm Central for saying imagine a high risk and imagine an EF5 tornado. I mean, kind of justified that. High risk is kind of bull. Nate, I'm surprised they didn't call an enhanced for tomorrow across Illinois.
You might see it. You might see it at the 2:00 Eastern Daylight Time outlook. I don't know. I feel like I there's 2 words that I hate. I hate wish casting, the word wish casting, and I hate the word weenie. It's just I feel like it's way too derogative.
Mm-hmm. I understand that.
Which is the reason why I don't use it. I rarely use those words.
I love how Thursday has no area for potential severe weather yet. Yet. Big yet, chat.
I'm gonna purge these lands from all the coughings. Even the non-coughings.
Even the non-coughings. But yeah, for anyone who was looking for more truth out of Nate's mouth, there you go.
I will purge these lands from the non-weenies. Even the weenies. All competition must be eliminated for Nathan Snyder to live on in the YouTube community. Come over here, Morgan. I'll take you around the back and put you down.
Yeah, so welcome back to another severe weather coverage live stream on the Royal NYR 54 channel, guys. That's kind of where we're at right now.
Honey, get the shotgun.
I completely forgot to even say my intro at the beginning. I was just too flustered.
Sounds about right.
I'm so happy. Jeez,
Yep,
thank
Joey,
God. That's understandable.
I think you're fine right now. Yep, the risk has passed. Although the good news is
it looks like it could be doing the thing again.
The good news is that it's past you. Okay, so Joey, you can get out of your safe space, assess what all is happening around
any
you.
Damages that there might be. Didn't seem like it was that bad. Although it looks like it's strengthening again as it heads towards Farmer and Spencer, which is very bad.
I told you.
Storm track here, it's heading towards Spencer at this moment in time. And potentially past that, Canova. So we're going to keep an eye out for maybe another tornado warning. See what happens with that. And
now you kind of understand my dilemma, Anish, because for a person who wants to establish a community to where everyone can hear out each other's opinions, the word weenie kind of depletes that. And I'm just like, I hate it. I absolutely hate that word.
Hate is a strong word, Nathan. Let's use better
words.
Yeah,
well, no, I actually do, which is the reason why whenever somebody uses that word that's kind of derogatory towards either myself or anyone else, I either engage in the conversation further in a poor way, or I just not talk anymore.
I hate this
I
thing where
just
you're expected to be right all the time. That's the thing, Jessica. That's what so many people try to do in meteorology these days, which sucks. The
it's a
point of
terrible mind.
meteorology is not to be right. The point of meteorology is to Nate, you know what, Nate, you have a better voice on this than I do really at this moment, so I'll let you take that.
Just easy phrase. Um, it's a terrible mindset to have in meteorology. That's really it. I mean, I could go into detail of why, but
You already
it
have
just
a few times at this point.
it's just a terrible mindset to have. You know what isn't terrible? Um, this freaking cell that's decided to recycle just to the south of Farmer.
Oh boy. That's a
And
couplet and a half.
it doesn't even look all too good on reflectivity,
And
but if you look at
spectrum
the
width
velocity,
says nada. So we'll wait to see if
well,
some sort of lowering or
a
spectrum
little
with
bit
an
to the
old
side
frame.
of it. A
Yeah.
little bit of the side. I mean, it's disorganized right now. People expect meteorologists to be right. Well, if they're going to use that word, then tell them to be tell the public to say that they need to be precise instead of accurate, because they're getting those two words mixed up.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody actually outside of the people who study science knows what the two words actually mean.
Like, the reason they put out outlooks, especially for severe weather things, is to try and be precise. Like, they don't say, there will be an EF3 tornado today in this location. Like, you can't do that. And that's what people sometimes try to do from what I've seen. So, as long as you try and just use all the resources that you have in hell, we have the internet. There's so many websites and resources and whatever that we can use. But what is on my laptop? But as long as you try and use the information that you have to make a actual reasonable prediction, then that's really going to be all that people are going to ask from you. I had someone on my Snap story, because I've now started to do weather outlooks daily on Snapchat. And I had someone say, "You didn't say it was supposed to rain today. And it mad rained." And I said, "Okay, well, here's the thing. It was a convective day where storms were blowing up very irregularly." And you happen to be under the one storm that blowed up in New Jersey. It actually blew up over my head. But you happen to be in the one storm that blew up in New Jersey. How am I supposed to forecast that? How am I supposed to know that that's going to happen? How am I supposed to know that that's going to happen right over your head? How am I supposed to be able to just call that? That's not the point of meteorology. The point of meteorology is to give your best general overview. Give your best, most accurate general overview. I know that sounds kind of counterintuitive, but the real point of meteorology is to try and just give the best big picture. And when you're telling me that you live in one specific town in one specific state, and there's way too many towns in New Jersey for me to know which town you live in, how am I supposed to forecast that? Give me a break.
And he's talking about in general as to forecasting. Forecasting, you're supposed to give a general idea. Live analysis is much different, but he's talking about in the just to clear it up, it's more or less forecasting.
A daily forecast. A daily forecast where I said the potential storm threat is really diminished. Really nothing much supposed to happen. One storm happens to blow up over his head. How am I supposed to know that? How am I supposed to know that, first of all, he lives there? Second of all, that storm was actually going to blow up in the first place. How am I supposed to know that?
I don't know. What I do know is that both of these cells, the one near Spencer and the one near the one that's actually tornado warned, still are kind of tornadic. Although the northern one is very much so weaker.
Starting to die. It still has a hell of an inflow notch. Oh my god. Oh, let's get another 3D of that sucker for the culture. And you. But yes, it's better to be accurate than to be right. Yeah, no one is right. It's okay to be wrong. There's no shame to be wrong. I like being wrong. I learn from mistakes. That's one of the main things. The trained tongue knows it all. Nobody knows everything. Not even Chris Broyles knows everything.
Not even myself, and I have 1,700 subscribers, so.
Not even David Schlotauer. He has almost 8,000 subscribers.
I'm still surprised as to him getting that.
The
But
reason why
anyways.
trying to be right is also a terrible mindset to have in humanities, and that's all about the strength of the argument. Even those who are wrong have valid points.
It depends. It honestly depends.
Okay, I'm saving this again.
There could be some of them where they just say blasphemous things. So it's one of those things where, depending upon if what they say, could be, something in general. The thing about it is, in weather, especially with forecasting, is that there is no right or wrong until the thing actually happens.
Exactly.
And I don't think people actually realize that.
Oh. It just tightened and now has a really cool shape. And the inflow notch.
Hey, a new tornado warning. Basically an extension for the other one. Kingsbury and Minor. There actually is a decent spectrum width dropping down and around that area. So there could be some sort of low rain.
And about 30 minutes ago, there was a reported large funnel cloud. So, again, the threat still exists. If you guys, let's get some timings out for this. So, clickety click click. I'm actually gonna base velocity and then storm track here. So this is gonna be going directly over Lake Preston in about 30 minutes. So if you guys are in those areas, you definitely need to monitor this and know where your safe space is. If you're wrong, just own up to it and move on. Exactly. It's a very good idea. It's a very good way of doing it. One time I was writing a paper on John Donne's minor poems, I actually read blasphemous articles in academic journals. There are times where people's opinions are just flat out wrong. And there's not much you can do about that then.
Kind of trollish.
Yeah. And if we take a look just at the general view, Lake Preston seems to be a reasonably large area, especially for South Dakota. So if you guys are in this area, you need to take your precautions. Know where your safe space is.
The Butters 663. Welcome to 2020, my friend. We all hate life.
We all hate life here. Imagine streaming 8 hours for one tornado warning. Okay, listen here. If I knew that the heating was going to die later into the event when the actual line was supposed to move through, if I knew the heating was going to die then, I would not have streamed for 8 hours. I would have streamed for 4.
What are you talking about, Morgan?
What do you mean, what am I talking about? Let me pull up the frickin' video.
Which stream was it?
If you actually don't know, then I really don't. Oh, yeah, so this was the rotations from Sosa. Look at this. You're never going to find something like that in a very long time. What is an inflow notch, or how you spell it? Nate, you can explain that one actually.
Yep. So an inflow notch.
Actually, here, let me pull up a. This is confirmed. We have a confirmed tornado now. This is for Kingsbury and Minor. This is what was just tornado warned moments ago. This is headed right for Lake Preston. And now that we can confirm that this is on the ground, this is weather spotters confirmed tornado north of Howard at 11:36 p.m. Central Daylight Time. So if you guys are in, this is headed right for Lake Preston in about 30 minutes. So if you guys are in those areas, you need to take your precautions. Get into a basement or a lowest innermost part of a building, particularly a bathroom or closet with no windows, so you can put as many rooms between yourself and the tornadic rotation as possible. It's getting very, very dangerous here, as we can see just with the inflow notch right here. And I will 3D this for you right now so you guys can see. And then, oh my God, Nate. You can explain this now. So now that I have it pulled up, you can explain.
The inflow notch?
Yeah.
Yep, so the inflow notch is basically an area where the thunderstorm can actually collect a bunch of energy that has already been present in the atmosphere and kind of consume it to allow the thunderstorm to sustain. So
right in here,
usually,
Joey, right in here is what you're looking at. So you see the reflectivity shows at the bottom. You see where there's kind of no sort of precipitation. That would be where your inflow notch is. And look at how incredible this one is. In fact, I'm saving this again because it's like insane. But yeah, an inflow notch is where unimpeded blah. What were you saying, Nate? I completely forgot. I just lost track.
unimpeded moist air known as inflow moves into the thunderstorm so that the thunderstorm can actually sustain.
Yeah, Jessica says, baby, sell do.
Did they seriously just
I just got
glitch question mark?
What?
Oh, no. They literally added a new tornado warning over the existing tornado warning and extended it for 15 minutes.
They really just do that?
Uh-huh.
What is this? Look near Vienna, Nate. Look near Vienna.
Nani?
You're
Where
just
is
looking at my
Vienna?
stream. This is
Where is...
north of Dismet, which is in the confirmed tornado warning. Look at Vienna.
Oh.
Go back a few frames and look through it.
Maybe.
I mean, I mean, I'll keep an eye on that. Spectrum width suggests it. Spectrum width suggests there could be something lowering.
Honestly. Oh, by the way, new tornado warning for the cell that went through, that we forecasted for Emory. So now that's going into Canova.
All right, excellent. Or not, but...
Honestly, I think the one near Vienna was a microburst. Honestly, think that much. I think because the updraft literally collapsed.
That's true. Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised. True. Some sort of downburst, microburst crap.
This finally just came in. The frickin' report of the tornado. Yeah. So, yep, new tornado warning for, this is going to be Minor, McCook, and Hanson. That's going to be in effect until 12:15 a.m. Central Daylight Time. Let's get some timing out for this if we storm track it. This is supposed to go right over Canova in, I'd say, 20 to 25 minutes. So if you guys are in that area, you need to take your precautions. Get into the lowest, innermost part of your building, particularly bathroom or closet or basement, so you can put as many walls between yourself and the tornadic rotation as possible. I don't know how many times I've said that on stream today, but...
you know how I feel.
Yeah. A tunnel cloud seems legit. Could that be a tour? I made a Siren Head movie trailer in my videos.
Oh boy. Honestly, now would be a good time for me to go downstairs get some of that popcorn.
Get that whiskey flavored popcorn, bud.
Oh yeah,
Got all the time
not
in
a
the
bad
world.
idea.
Got all the time in the world.
Oh my god. This has nothing to do with weather, but it's so hilarious.
What?
The coughing army has returned, and it's in like the tens of hundreds. This is.
Have fun.
I am very scared. Your new school's in Hanson. What?
What?
Where's Hanson? Where's Hanson? I don't know where Hanson is. Is Hanson east, west, north, south of you? Actually, no. Let me look it up. Hanson, South Dakota.
Hanson County, I think he's mentioning, which is in the new tornado warning.
Well, that makes sense.
So he's in. That's in the warning.
I mean, depending upon where in Hanson County. Oh wait.
Wait.
Oh, Hanson is just the lower. Okay, so it's basically. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. So, it's basically the county that Emory is in.
Seems legit. I want to go back and look at this.
COVID brigade seems legit. It is a coughing. It literally has a bunch of gas around it. So, would not be surprised if that was the case. Yeah, I'm probably gonna go downstairs. Get some popcorn.
God. Hell, I might go get a snack. So, again, chat, I know we've been pretty caught up with everything, but I really do appreciate the amount of people that have come out and stayed around for this live stream, especially considering how late at night it is. I usually don't get as many viewers as I have right now, but I do appreciate it. Do appreciate everyone stopping by tonight. Do feel free to. Alexandria's in the clear. Do feel free to leave your support in a like or subscription if you feel like it. I mean, I don't try and be pushy, but I'm trying to grow my channel, so it would be much, much appreciated if you
go subscribe.
Would do so. And Nate's avidly encouraging y'all.
I used to be in his shoes way back when.
What game is Nate playing? Pokemon Sword are you playing, right?
Yeah, I'm playing Pokemon Sword right now.
And he's having a whale of a time.
There you go. Yeah,
I just died of coughings.
No, I just realized that I don't have any more moves on this Pokemon, so I have to switch.
Oh, oofs.
Yeah. Yeah, as a person who literally used to be in Morgan's shoes, smaller YouTube channels need as much support as possible. So be very much so appreciated if you went and subscribed for Morgan. Oh, he used Destiny Bond.
Oof.
Through that.
Oof. Yeah, I don't know how this is still potentially confirmed. It's kind of messy in a way, but I do get the wins are there.
Oh yeah, there is still a little bit of a lowering.
Spectrum Width says it's a thing still, so
yeah, a little bit around there.
My God, Logan County, I've seen time and time again today getting severe warnings. I'm actually gonna just take a look.
Hey, you know, I'm 18 and each, so it's, I mean, there's still people like us who play video games. It's not just as soon as you hit 18, you turn fully into an adult.
Holy frick.
What, this confirmed rotation? Or
No. I think this is what is going warned. I'm pretty sure.
Pretty sure.
Pretty sure. I need to
I
wait
ain't
for the
with it.
warning to see what goes on, but there's some pretty ridiculous rotation near Atwood in Colorado. If you just go to um
Um,
radar scope, look at velocities, and just zoom in. I'd take the Denver radar. If you just go into radar scope, look at the velocities, it just jumps out at you right there.
that's not very nice.
That is 100
58
and
miles per hour.
yeah, that is what is warned actually. And if I'm gonna take a look at the warning text, there's no tornado possible. With it, it is core-size hail by trained weather spotters, but there is a decent-sized mesocyclone right there. It looks like we're getting 101 on top of what looks like 50s or 40s or 50s on the other side. So that'll definitely be something to monitor
You
later
want to know something
on.
funny?
Huh?
You want to know something funny?
All the coughings are dead.
No. There's some snow reports just to the west of Cheyenne. 6 inches have already fallen.
You should just wait for my face. Just wait for my face when it comes up on the live stream, and you'll just know.
Oh crap! Why did I not switch out my Pokemon?
Already love the channel. I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
It does mean a lot.
Told you Morgan's lit. He does his own thing. Imagine if he surpassed me in subscribers.
That's not gonna happen. There's no way that's gonna
Who
happen.
knows?
That's not gonna happen.
You post more stuff than I on average than I do. I mean, when it comes to like videos in general, I just live stream everything.
I mean, I rarely post videos these days.
Although I will be posting.
I
a
plan
couple
to start
recorded
making videos more frequently soon enough, though. So
The only time I will actually record videos is if nothing actually is happening, or if my new series gets released, which that will be pretty interesting when that does.
just taking a look at everything.
I get jealous, but I'm too cool to admit it. Yeah, 6 inches in Wyoming.
That is not.
Welcome to June, everyone.
So this is still headed for Lake Preston. It's about 15 minutes away. So if you guys are in that area, you do still need to, again, you need to have your precautions in place, especially right now as it starts to close down on you guys.
Got a donation? What?
Huh?
You got a donation from Becca?
Yes, I did a while back.
Oh, that's hilarious.
She just throws her money at us. I don't know how I feel about it. She's literally moving. This is.
I can't help but
still-
lose my temper, but I don't
this is
know.
still
Oh,
too
come
nice for
on.
Mister.
Oh, thank God it
Um,
used so. Girl, I ain't with it. Get jealous, and I'm too cool to admit it. Get jealous, not with my girl, I ain't with it. 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 Recently just moved from Colorado. Oh, nice. If I may ask, what part of Colorado? Eastern, east, northwest, south?
Japan County, Colorado.
Okay, so he has levitate. So that means I have to use the wood hammer.
Nate and Morgan
Are
should have
you
their own
kidding me?
comedy show. Seems legit.
Oh, you used explosion. And there wasn't a tornado in Florida? Not today.
Not today, surprisingly. Very surprisingly. Even though they were not even in any sort of thunderstorm risk, it would not have been surprising to me if they got a tornado, because that's how it goes in 2020. They get all the tornadoes.
Nate should vlog. Honestly, tell that to the 80 other people who watch me consistently, and we'll talk about it. If I can somehow convince all of my subscribers, all 1,700 of them, to allow me to vlog. Well, actually, you know what? To be honest, storm chasing technically is vlogging. Technically. I mean, I'm not.
I have Macklemore
I mean-
stuck in my head.
Which one?
Can't hold us.
Mm.
Because it was on a NHL playoff hype video that I saw last night.
Ooh.
So I was one of
I
the
absolutely
best
hate. You know
remixes
who
I've
Max
ever seen.
Kellerman is?
I've heard the name, yeah.
He's an analyst on ESPN with
Uh-huh.
Stephen A. Smith.
Uh-huh.
He literally said, "Okay, let's be honest here. Nobody cares about hockey," and literally everyone
He just got deleted.
Everyone got.
He literally got shitted on. I'm gonna go back to these rotations though. Like, let's be honest, chat. You're not gonna see a rotation. You are never going to see another rotation like what the hell this was. With this much of a couplet, you're never gonna see something like that again in a very long time. I would just like to point that out.
I ain't with it. 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 Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. Monarch knows psychic. Max
Yeah.
Kellerman is a crit. Yes, he is.
Yeah, I agree with that. Just chat. I'm going to change my color gradient.
If you go on, I could probably teach you later how to actually get NextRad data from the National Weather Service. You'll be able to see what you'd be able to see the radar velocities or just the radar imagery in general on a GR2 from past events. I do that. I do that quite frequently, either just to study up or to help fix my color tables and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I can get you some of the data from Basefield and so or
Mm-hmm.
Bassfield.
Bassfield. Yeah, look, just look at my screen, chat. That is just insanity. In fact, I'm gonna make my size a little bigger. Yeet. Like,
How many coughings have I killed?
too
Hold
many,
up.
probably. Like,
93. We're a fifth of the way there. Almost a fifth.
like Bassfield just got destructoed. Destructoed.
Dude, 2020 I think has been the weirdest year. The only reason why I still want to function is because all the TV shows and movies have been postponed to 2021, and all the shows that were already going to be made in 2021 are all around the same time. So I'm literally going to spoil myself and tell everyone
waiting-
to screw off as I watch
I'm waiting for the
every single
best.
thing I want to see.
I am waiting for the best summer of what? I don't want that. I'm waiting for the best summer of sports I've ever seen.
Stop swaying.
Oh yeah,
because,
that's gonna be pretty interesting.
Shut up. Okay.
Ooh, that de-aliasing. My God. This is why radar scope is sometimes.
We're gonna have the MLB back. We're gonna have hockey back. We're gonna have basketball back, even though I'm a Knicks fan, so frick them.
Yeah, you guys can't seem to get a break.
That was the first day I got radar scope. Jesus. First day you get radar scope is the day that you get the best velocity signatures in probably the decade.
Oh yeah.
Or no, El Reno.
No, this is
Godzilla
technically a
vs.
new
Kong was
decade.
pushed back to November, and so was Pixar's new movie Soul. That'll be interesting. I'm waiting for sports to come back. Aren't we all? NASCAR. Okay.
I'm just happy.
NASCAR,
I'm just happy.
It is a thing, but it's not baseball or hockey.
Surprisingly, more
Cavs
people
are
watch
better.
NASCAR
Cavs are
than
just
hockey.
sad now. Braun's gone. Y'all suck. All of
You
my
know, you
teams
wanna
are
know
gonna be
what's
so
funny?
good in like 2 or 3 years. Cause I'm a
You wanna know
Giants
what's
fan,
so
I'm a
funny?
Knicks fan, I'm a Rangers fan, and I'm a Mets fan. I have young teams. I have young teams.
You want to know
So-
what's funny? My team in the NBA doesn't even deserve to have a
OKC
chance
for
at the
the
playoffs,
titles.
and yet we're still in the talking for playoffs. It's hilarious. The Washington Wizards are still in it somehow. Bradley Beal needs to go to a good organization, or we need to start bolstering up the Wizards. If we don't do
No
that
comment.
soon, we're gonna waste his career.
No comment on that. I can't be bothered. I legit can't be bothered.
Let's give him to the Knicks.
Eek.
Don't
So
take
as of
John Wall though, because John
11:49,
Wall
it
is cancer
was
for everyone.
changed to a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado again. So
He
there's
likes the
that.
New York
It's still
Rangers,
headed
the
right
hot
over Lake Preston though. Timing is about now. Not marker. Dang it.
Nope, I lose my
Storm
temper.
track, you got like 7 minutes. So if you guys are in that area, you need to take your precautions. Still, even though it's not on the ground at this moment in time, it could go on the ground again. It has gone on the ground. So please keep in mind that it is definitely possible for that thing to lower again, and spectrum width does suggest that. So please keep that in mind. Also, a little interesting thing near Canova. And I want to go back up and check this. What? Nate.
Hmm.
A few frames ago, that Vienna thing I mentioned was mental. Oh.
Sounds about right. I'm purging these lands.
David Freeze brings Vietnam flashbacks to me.
Oh yeah, dude, that was
David
that was
Freeze was
heartbreaking for you all.
that home run
He was a dude.
in the World Series.
Yeah, he was. It
just
was that home run.
lit.
Literally, he was a nobody, and somehow nailed that one in Game 6. And then
My
7, you
cat
guys
just
kind of
sneezed on my
just
face. Oofs.
bleh. Yeah. I wonder if you've seen the Legacy of Failure from Urinating Tree on the Texas Rangers. Urinating Tree makes good videos. He's an amazing, amazing sports shit poster.
As much as I want to show you guys that NHL remix video that I had,
Copyright.
I don't want to get copyright striked.
Do we
I'm
copyright
just gonna look
claim?
through my
Probably
Discord
hide your
thing
video.
at the moment. Better show Big Lion stream.
Yeah, honestly, the black bar is not that bad. I'm
Yeah, I
starting
don't think
to.
I'm
I'm
gonna show
starting to
that
feel.
the video because I don't want to get copyright striked. Especially since this has been such a successful stream for me, I don't want to get this taken down. I'm gonna text him. Later.
Yeah, you've been popping off, Morgan. This was a really successful stream
What?
itself. Are you looking through all your DMs or something like that?
I'm looking at a video that Dominic sent me. New Jersey tornado raw June 3rd, 2020. What?
Sounds about right.
Yep,
What
that's
is this?
definitely one.
That's a pretty good looking tornado for Jersey as well.
Your mother's filming it.
What?
It has to be a tornado. What else could they?
Here, let me share the thingy with you.
Oh, actually, I saw that.
Copy
Yeah, that
link,
was them. I think that was near
paste, enter.
Hold up.
I'm gonna go back to that now.
Yeah, I think this was near
It's swirling.
Philly.
Yeah, that was the thing through Philly, I
That's like
believe.
that's Centerville.
Centerville, that's what the person just said. So yeah, I think that is near Philly.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, well, this
That
I
boy
can
be
see a
interesting,
tornado,
gotta
and it
say.
looks like it's going right through Centerville.
That's not like a thin
Buzz.
rope too. That's actually a okay tornado.
Bye.
They're like, okay, we should probably get inside now. And what the hell is that? Okay.
It was moving off to his north. He should
Got
be all
more
right.
DMs. That was Andrew.
Oh shit. Right.
Yeah, I might
Found
take
him.
a moment, chat, to just analyze and dissect for tomorrow. Since I'm not gonna make a video about it, I might as well do it on a live stream. And holy frick, Lake Preston is about to die. It's about to get directly hit. Storm track here. Yep, right over Lake Preston, probably in about 5 minutes. Or it might already be over there since I'm not getting any new frames from GR2 Analyst. So, again, your precautions need to be definitely in place there.
I'm gonna try and stream all that tomorrow, but you know my schedule's kind of tight, so who knows?
Ow.
We may have Morgan stream again.
A new frame would be lovely, GR2.
Don't miss. Let's go.
June 3rd was a good day for Southern Jersey NATO-wise. I mean, they got a derecho. That was really most of it.
The cells are
Wayne
deteriorating.
Markham,
So
hello.
the weather.
What's good?
The weather. When it comes to live analysis.
So I'm gonna
right
actually
now,
take this moment and go through a little bit for tomorrow, since it does look interesting, and then since I'm not going. Since I'm not gonna make a video tonight, then might as well go through some stuff for tomorrow. How is that warning for that town? How's the CC drop on it? I haven't even taken a look at CC. There's some hail
There's
there.
nothing on there.
They're
Everything
looking
is
at
dead.
CC. And there's
Everything
really
is
nothing
dead.
there. About to completely swallow Lake Preston, though, so that's the thing. It already did completely swallow Lake Preston.
I can't help but move
Yeah,
my
my GR2 is dying, so I'm going to close and reopen.
But I'm too cool to
I've had it
admit
open
it.
for a while now.
Not with my girl, I ain't with it. Get jealous, but I'm too cool to admit it. With my girl, I ain't with it.
Yeah, so that tornado warning for whatever this was near Canova has now been allowed to expire. It looks like it is starting to slowly fade away.
Capping.
Now I'm getting a recent frame, and it did go through Lake Preston. Doesn't seem like it was anything bad, though. Mostly gusty wind threat, which is good news. So I'm going to take a moment. I'm likely going to end stream within the next 10 minutes. Because I am tired, believe it or not. I have a energy bar. So I'm going to quickly go through to... That's snow, chat. That's snow there. That's snow right there, chat. That's snow. Like, what are the odds?
You can see it live on radar if you really wanted to. Turn on precipitation depiction. You can actually see that.
Well, so we're gonna move to the HRRR, and we might. No, we don't even have a 6. We don't have the 6Z run yet, so we're gonna run off the 0Z run, and we will switch to the main threat tomorrow, which will be in the Midwest. So tomorrow's main threat is going to sit over most of Illinois. there is a 5% risk over that area tomorrow, so that'll be very interesting to watch develop. It could either go QLCS or supercellular. As we start to see bands develop in spotty areas across parts of Illinois that day. Holy contamination there. Love to see it, but this will be straight and true across most of the day tomorrow. Look at this. You see the temperatures and dew points. It's basically the same. Very, very humid, very moist. They'll provide a very favorable environment for the development of weather. And if how is it going to snow in those places? Higher elevations. Snow in June. Now I've seen everything 2020. Okay, I literally want to show you. I think I sent this to Nate the other day.
Talking about the 48 inches of snow?
Yep.
Yep.
47 inches, chat, in northern Canada. That's Ontario. 47 inches. In total accumulated snowfall. 47 inches.
Oh shit, there goes Butterfree.
It's wild. Gotta be honest with you. It's very wild. So, you can see right there, 47 inches, because that's what 2020 is all about. Yeah, contaminated to all get out, but the Hodo looks decent, and this is what it's really going to look like in terms of the dew points and surface temperatures. Very, very close and similar throughout most of the day. And if you scroll along in time, you guys can see that more storms start to pop up along what seems to be a line with embedded supercells. So it'll be very interesting to see how that develops. Excuse me, chat? Excuse me. This surface low is going to be the biggest fuck you thing I've ever seen in my life sitting on top of Canada.
I'm playing Pokemon False.
Nate had everything in his stream tomorrow. ASMR weather seems legit.
Alright, welcome back everyone to another episode of
So yeah, big 977 surface low that's going to be sitting over Michigan and parts of Canada.
Oh,
You can see these embedded supercells. Parts of Michigan and specifically Detroit might see some stuff tomorrow. It'll be very interesting to see how that develops. If we take a look at the bulk shear, it is very favorable along these parts. If it would load, that would also be person.
it's
Why are there so many warnings
Streamlabs
going on
still.
all over the place? I'm about to end stream.
I would just end it. I'll do that.
So, that's really annoying, actually. The fact that my Wi-Fi died like 5 minutes after, 5 minutes before I was about to die, or 5 minutes before I was about to, 5 minutes, and it just literally just fucking jumped off a cliff.
I'll just end it chat then.
Now it's much better. Now it's not. Literally, it's dying for everyone in my house. So, I just asked my parents and said it was dying for them too. So it's not just me, but I'm ending it. I was going to run that down ball, run it down in a post. think I'll run that down in a community post tomorrow. We'll see what happens. Uh, yeah. So, I actually have frames back now, which is fantastic. But, yeah. Thank you all for tuning in, if you're still here. So, I'm Morgan. I will see you guys in the next live stream. Take care and peace out, and hopefully